What is up, guys? Talking with Tonka, episode 23. That's right. I recorded my sneaker room, and that's a Jordan year. I figured, why not have a great episode with my co-host buddy, DJ N9NE. And we got musical duo, Dom and Jesse. What's up? What's up? You guys happy it's Jordan year or what?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow, it's actually Jordan year, and it's episode 23 of Talking with Tonka. Like, we should play the lottery today.
Yeah.
I feel like something.
I'm down.
Yeah, right? Let's all put $1 in and get weird. All right, so, did you guys have a problem finding the spot?
No.
Because one of you said they were from Man. They lived in Manning. Was it you?
Yeah, for the past 3 years.
Yeah, so you probably kind of knew where I was.
Manayunk is like, no street is a real street.
No,
you know what I mean?
No one's a real one
it's
way.
It's a two-way street, but really it's a one-way street.
Yeah.
For the listeners that don't know, that's Dom talking.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Jesse's.
I don't do video anymore. Yeah. People like Nugget was just on my case about not doing video.
You need to, bud.
I know. It's
people
a pain.
Like it.
It's
people
a pain.
like it.
I know.
We'll get it worked out.
Yeah. So
I thought this GoPro.
So I had 2 GoPros set up, right? And it's a pain to edit because they recorded 8-minute clips.
Right.
So like trying to like match up people's mouths and everything, it was like taking me hours of work.
How long are your podcasts usually?
Well, so that's the
they
thing.
Range, man.
Yeah, like my last one's an hour and 45.
Yeah. See, the thing is, like with the GoPros, the bigger the memory card, the more time you can have per clip, because we ran GoPros before we started using our phones now.
Oh,
wow.
So that's where Nugget taught me that little hack, right? So he's like, get an iPad and then use your phone so you can have 2 angles. And I've been wanting to get an iPad so I can sketch more and stuff like that, and like do more logo design by hand. You know what I mean?
Dude, your pen is crazy.
Yeah, so I would love to do. I should probably just get an iPad. This would probably be a good episode to have done video because there's 2 of you.
And now it's in writing.
Yeah,
and
now
you gotta.
I gotta get an iPad now. Next week I'm going to Delaware. I'm getting an iPad. So I was so mad because I worked next door to you guys yesterday. I was at Lita and I thought I was done at 8. I was done at 9, so I missed your whole set. Right, because I didn't know who you guys were. 9 put me on to you because I was like, man, I really need a guest for next week. He's like, yo, check out these dudes, right?
I said it right away. I told him right away.
Yeah. And I checked you guys out. What you guys doing is awesome, right? So it's like,
thank you, man.
What, like you guys are both DJs or?
Yeah, we both DJ, we both sing, we both play guitar. Like everything is 50-50. We're the same height.
Before we even
the same height.
Before we even dig back into the history, I want to go back to when I saw you guys. We've met previously. You guys came up to me, I think at a gig or something.
I like Pace.
Yeah, sure. Is that where it was?
Yeah,
okay,
Pace
so
and Blossom, we saw you a lot.
Prior to that, I was doing flyer work for the rail off the rail.
Yeah.
So I did.
That's
I did
media,
like,
right?
with Corey.
I did their monthly rundowns of like their whole calendar of the month, and you guys were on there for like 2 or 3 months. So I obviously knew you were DJs because you were playing there, but I didn't see you guys until you guys approached me, and then I think it registered like after a minute. I'm like, I've seen you guys like because I've already seen like via Photoshop your pictures and stuff, and then it wasn't until Ray and I went into Food Hall in Brewery Town.
Yes.
What is that? What is the official name? Brewery Town Food Hall.
Food Hall.
I get that.
It's the longest name in history.
Sure. But Ray and I were there just hanging out, and I'm not sure if we even knew that you guys were going to be there. And we saw your setup. And now I assumed you guys were just DJs because, like I said, from off, the media spot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, they're both playing guitar. The aesthetic, I mean, Ray could even elaborate better. You guys had that TV with your name on it. It's like retro. No, listen.
Is that what that TV was doing
Bro,
there yesterday?
so sick, dude. So sick.
I saw it when
Everybody
Kurt was setting up.
on it.
I was like, what the hell is that? Are they playing Sega?
They DJ'd, they played live.
Yo, that'd be a good idea.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you guys would actually even play a song off of your controller and perform on top of it as well. Like
that's
it's just to paint the picture. It's just shit that you haven't seen in Philly, or we haven't seen in Philly, like ever, really, in terms of like musical talent and doing things other than DJing, like everyone that we know is doing.
And that's what when he sent me your page, I was like, all right, this is dope.
Yeah,
because one thing that me and him always talk about is like DJs have to find like their thing. Right.
Sure.
Everybody has their thing. Everybody always like listens to Nine's house mixes, right? His house mixes, you're up to like 2 million plays on SoundCloud.
God,
right? So like
That's lit.
When people think of like when I can't find a dope house track and I can't think the name of it, I just send it to him and he's like, oh, that's this. It's instant, right?
Yeah.
So like I'm the same way with like pop punk and stuff like that. Like that's my thing. So like I love how you guys found your thing and it separates you apart because nowadays like DJs are a dime a dozen, right? So if you don't have a niche, what's going to set you apart?
Yeah.
So let's dive into how you guys met.
Shit. And like you said, dime a dozen. We feel that way about artists too, like singer, songwriter. There's tons of those because we were in that space before DJing.
Okay.
But how we met? So we met in Philadelphia because I come from Florida. This is Jesse speaking, by the way.
Okay. Yeah.
I gotta reiterate that. I come from West Palm Beach, Florida.
Oh, wow.
nice.
Born and
Okay.
raised, and I moved up here with my wife and son.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, I'm a father and a husband. And
We'll dive into that too.
yeah, about like April 2017. About a
Okay.
year later, I met this dude named Deshaun Penn, who met me at an open mic. I just hit the ground running on open mics.
What were you doing with the open mics? What were you acoustic?
I was doing
or?
acoustic,
Okay.
loop pedal, singing.
Oh, dope.
Oh, so
And,
you're making your own beats and everything.
Yeah.
as you're
They were
like-
doing that.
That's
at
how we.
at
That's how we
Food Hall,
both
too, weren't
started before the. We'll get into that.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
So
that's
you're like
literally
real
how we
Ed
started.
Sheeran vibes.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah, hit
huge-
that dude's amazing.
Yeah.
Huge Ed Sheeran fan.
Yeah.
And I was doing that. And he gave me his card. He's like, and he was like super nice, and he like turned me on to like some work in Philly and stuff.
Yeah.
And then Deshaun introduced me to Range, who's in Philadelphia from Roanoke, Virginia. And they both introduced me to Dom, and they were like, basically, long story short, they were like, yo, you guys would be a dope duo.
And not because you're the same height.
No. So that literally was one of the
Partly.
reasons.
Stop it.
Genuinely.
Yeah.
So okay.
My man
so
had a vision.
Yeah,
so,
right?
Yeah.
So on my half, I was born in Florida, raised in Connecticut.
Okay.
I ended up going to college in Philly 11 years ago.
Coincidentally, Florida
12
as
years
well.
ago. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. And
Central Florida. It's not so.
Oh, fair.
I went to.
So you got both climates.
yeah, but it's okay because I've been here much longer than him. So like, I'm a
He has.
Philadelphian and he's not.
Okay. All right. All right.
I'm coming up there.
You're coming.
I'm almost 7
You're
years
almost-
in.
Are you joining it yet?
Yeah.
And I went to UArts
Okay.
for music.
Yeah. Okay.
And I ended up catching Range as my mentor, an artist development coach, which is again something not a lot of people do nowadays either.
Yeah.
And I worked with him for a bunch of years, and then I was introduced to Jesse, and it was funny because like neither of us knew what was going on. Our mentors, they have this way of like, they don't really give you the whole story, but they give you just enough to be prepared for anything.
Yeah.
So like we both show up and we're like, who the fuck is this kid?
Right.
It was like two cats. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. So
You guys.
let's just put him in a room and see what happens.
Yeah.
And there was, I don't know, like we were both doing our solo thing. We both put out our own albums that we wrote.
Yeah.
And you know, we wrote our own music before that. Put out acoustic albums. You know, I started because of John Mayer and Jason Mraz and Jack Johnson and all those guys.
Okay.
So like
Yeah.
my stuff was very like hippie ended. And then your influences.
It's like Ed Sheeran. And I mean, I love pop punk. I was
Yeah.
in hardcore
Yeah.
bands when I was like
Oh, shit.
19 and
Love that.
mosh pitting and screaming in the mics and shit.
Yeah.
How old are you guys, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah.
How-
I don't mind. I'm 31.
okay.
And
yeah.
I'm 30.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
Same age.
I took
Yeah,
them,
dude.
I took them to be younger. I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Same.
So this is one of
We
the funny
strive for
parts
that.
is our Deshaun. So he's we call him the captain of the ship. So shout out to the Ring. We are signed by them. They are a production company we're signed to.
Okay.
And we're also signed to Damaged Goods. Shout out them, by the way.
Nice.
Okay.
But yeah, so he's kind of the captain of the ship, and like he was just amazing he's amazing with visions and like playing chess in real life. And
That's
he
great.
saw like 30 steps ahead, and he was like, okay, Dom, like Jesse plays righty guitar, and then Dom, I play upside down.
Oh wow.
And
Okay.
so it's like you already got
Left-handed.
that V. Yeah,
Right,
so I
so
can
the
grab a
guitar
righty
is-
guitar and I can just turn it upside down and just start playing.
No shit.
And so
Eddie plays guitar. Which
Yeah,
way
I've
do
been
you
playing
play?
since I was 11.
get the fuck out. You play
It's
guitar?
considered like normal lefty.
righty.
Righty.
Yeah.
I actually never knew that. I never knew like there was.
Yeah,
I
me-
knew you can go opposite.
See,
hand,
that's how
but
I
never
learned,
knew
though,
the
because-
terminology of what you would consider it.
Right,
Yeah.
that's how I learned
Was
because
it-
I never knew.
I was going to
and-
say, was that hard for you if you learned the other way? Because all the
it was-
chords are upside down.
It's honestly easier, I
Okay.
think.
Well, there was two people that I've ever known that have done that. Was Jimi Hendrix and
Yep.
like Justin Bieber.
Yeah,
Like, that
but
was
but
it.
Jimi Hendrix restrung his.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Wow.
I think it's cool. Super
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, but I so Sean, he saw the two of our separate pages and he's like, okay, they're both kind of inspired by the same thing. They're doing the same kind of stuff. Their voices are just different enough where it's like we accent each other, but then when we sing together, sometimes people don't know who's who.
That's true. I noticed that.
Yeah, and we're both the same. He literally put it into consideration that we were the same exact height and we have this, similar looks. People have asked us if we're brothers. We're not even related, but we say yes all the time.
Oh yeah,
just
sure. Roll with that.
Yeah, roll with it. Yeah,
roll with that. I know DJs that make up their names. It's not. It's like they sound like race. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, when they have like a actual name.
Oh yeah.
Right. I'm not like I'm trying to think of one off the top of my head, but like. Just I don't know. Doesn't matter. But like when they just pick a random name and you think, oh, that sounds like a real name. Like I wonder if that's his real name, and you find out like it's not. Like I had a
Nugget. Right. That's his real name.
Yeah. Nougat. But I had an artist on. His name's Ty Kingsley, and that's not.
We love Ty. I just talked to him today.
Yeah, that's not even.
He books a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
for us.
yeah. That's not even his name.
He's the man.
His name's not Ty.
No, his name's Ty. His last name is not Kingsley though.
Oh
no way.
See, that's understandable.
But I thought it was. I thought he just went with his government because it's on his Facebook, which is more personal for people, right? Like I put my government on everything, right? It says DJ Tonka, but then it also says Eric Evan Vanderslice. So when you hear Ty Kingsley, you're like, oh, that sounds real. That's his real name. It's not.
What? I'm gonna bring this up.
Everything you thought about him was a lie.
Yeah, I'll send you the episode. It's in the beginning. You don't even have to listen to the whole thing.
we have a meeting with him next week, so we'll like sit him down and be like, "What's up, Ty?" Or is that your real name? Just like
I forget what it was, but what his last name was. But he legally changed it to his singer name.
So when you guys got together, were you immediately doing like duos together live, or then the DJing came about to kind of incorporate it with?
So we started like just doing acoustic, and started implementing the loop pedal thing, and we were also like recording in the studio with Sean and Range, and it wasn't until the pandemic where like we had all this time to do shit.
Wait. We gotta
go ahead. Fill in the gaps.
Okay. So we started in like, dude, sometimes I'm sure you guys understand, like when you're in go mode and you're trying to level up, you kind of forget like how far you've come. Right. And you kind of have to just stop. Like I have Smell the Roses tattooed on my arm. My mom always told me this. So we had a moment literally 2 days ago, yesterday. And right, yesterday's Wednesday. We
Thursday.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Okay. and we looked at each other and we were like, man, we've been working to get into Wicked Wolf for like 8 months. We were working to get into Philly 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And now we're here,
Okay.
And so we started tangent. But we started off just playing acoustic, and we would play for like 15, 20 minutes because we like didn't know. We didn't have it. Yeah, we didn't know a lot of songs together. And so, like, one of us would sing, then the other one would sing, then we'd both sing, and then we'd take a break, and we had this, like, shitty PA system. And we would plug our phone in, and that would be the playlist for, like, the break, right? Mm-hmm. And going from that to, like, now, it just is mind-blowing, because it's, like, now finish, after the pandemic, we started DJing, all that.
Yeah, like, I got let me see, I bought an SB3, and I was like, this is the most high-tech thing I've ever been on ever. And I was like, this is so foreign.
Yeah.
And so started messing with that, and then and I was just like having fun with it. It really just started, we were just having fun.
Dude, DJing. I didn't even want to do it at first.
I do remember that. I wasn't going to say it, but I'm glad you mentioned that.
Jesse brought it up, and I was like, why would we DJ? We're not, like, we're singer-songwriters, man.
Yeah.
And we grow, and I will say, like, we've both grown so much as people, because we do artist development beyond just the music. It's the mindset shit,
Yeah, for sure.
And we're just grown to be better people. And man, to look back even like 2.5 years ago, if he were to listen to me, we would not be here.
Yeah,
true.
Right.
But like, I don't listen to him half the time too, so it works out. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Yeah.
So explain the DJ part.
Yeah.
Is that so you can get into different rooms and get your faces in front of people, or you just want to bring another piece to your puzzle?
Yeah, it started just having fun.
Yeah,
okay.
you just want to have fun on the breaks.
I literally just we had all this time over the pandemic, and I just started like having fun DJing. I'm like, as a singer-songwriter, when we're performing, there's a cap on the songs we could perform. I'm not singing I want to dance with somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But the people want to hear that. And at the end of the day, we want to please the people. So we would, I'd play like songs and shit from my iPod, and I'm like, let me just implement a DJ controller. And then we can start like doing both, maybe. That was kind of the thing. Like it elevates what we're doing already,
Right?
And it
I love
it
that,
went
man.
from
I never
like
heard of anybody else do that, which is genius because, like, imagine them at the OD and Sea Isle,
Yeah.
and they do like happy hour acoustic set, and then when there's a band break, it's such a flat atmosphere because
Really? We just don't see, like, we don't go to those things, so we don't see that.
Well, I'm not
you know?
even gonna. I mean, I'm just using OD as an example. I'm not saying they really do
Right,
it like this,
right.
but like to have them even just start DJing in between that, it's just another elevation even for the venue because they're not going to book a DJ probably for those happy hours.
And we kind of
and
learned
stuff like
that
that.
too. Like if you take a break, you lose the crowd.
Oh, 1,000%.
Because-
That's why live music venues have a DJ on the break.
Right. And so now we're able to go to a venue and say, oh, you have a DJ in the break? Don't worry about it. We got you.
So, are you guys taking turns on breaks?
No, we'll DJ together.
do it
We'll
together,
take
man.
turns.
Yeah.
Like one of us will go out and network. We're really heavy
love
on
that.
that too.
Good.
So like it allows us, and we learned that actually from the Armentani brothers.
Okay.
We were talking to Jimmy and he was like, we asked him, like, do all three of you just DJ the whole time? What do you guys do? How do you approach it? How did you gain your fan base? And they were like, well, we infiltrated these clubs and, same as we do, we get these places that are already populated. And then we kind of slowly work our original shit in.
Sure.
And, we entice the crowd and it's like, who cares what we're playing? Even if we're playing original shit, cover shit, doesn't matter. They're here to see us. That's what we want them to fall in love with. Not the music, but us.
Yeah.
And the environment and the vibe that we provide,
Yeah.
Sure.
And so they would say like, yeah, one of us would DJ and the other two would literally just be out in the crowd telling people to follow them.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
it's
great.
like, dude, that's
Smart.
genius. And like when you're DJing as a solo DJ, you can't do that.
Can't do both.
Yeah,
You-
what's funny is both of our girlfriends are his fiance, my girlfriend. They're kind of like they're kind of like our
They're your
spokespeople.
networkers?
Yeah, they're kind of our
out,
spokespeople.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's actually a really good. That's a really good
Yeah, man.
plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told Jamie from Wicked Wolf, I was like, put these guys on. You won't be disappointed. I told him.
And
Yeah.
he wasn't.
I'm
thankfully.
glad. Oh yeah. I'm glad he
Yeah,
followed.
yeah.
I'm glad he followed up, and you guys were
Dog,
there.
we were
Wicked
like,
yesterday.
we were on the bar.
I saw
that.
They were probably like,
Dog. Well,
he told us we could.
Yeah, we
Oh,
always
yeah.
like to ask beforehand
Yeah.
because especially a place like that, like Wicked Wolf is one of the top places in the city.
yeah,
And the way I explain it is like it's where the cool kids hang out.
yeah,
And so the fact that we got in there was just such a high honor.
yeah.
And we didn't want to fuck that up on the first gig because
Yeah.
sometimes we can go a little too far. Like we've been kicked out of places because we just started getting a little wild.
Oh yeah.
We'll dive into
In
that.
terms of
man.
what, like
We'll table that
Just
one.
like just going too far, like getting really,
musically or just what
I
you're
mean,
doing
get a little
personally?
drunk and
Okay.
like be jumping on the tables and
Okay.
like
Yeah,
just
yeah.
causing a ruckus, and then everybody else feels like they can do it too because
God.
they're drunk
Fair.
and so
Yeah,
they're getting on
yeah.
the tables and they're like, "Y'all are too much. Get the fuck out." Like,
Oh,
this is-
right.
Facts. Facts.
Damn.
It's crazy.
yeah.
So do you?
We just like to party.
Yeah. Do you have a memory like that first happened?
There's
think
this
so.
one
You
place
You can leave.
we
You
don't-
can leave the venue name out of it.
Yeah, like,
There's this one place in Westchester that they don't book us anymore because like they would tell us like stop playing this. They would give us a list of songs not to play,
I hate that.
and
Like what?
yeah, yo.
like no
Like no
Mobamba.
hip-hop.
What was it,
Okay.
Mobamba? Or,
No, Mambo was an
Mambo,
absolute
yeah.
no. Any song that basically just got the crowd too riled up, and we were like,
No Dreams and
that's
Nightmares.
that's literally our job.
Yeah.
Like we're not gonna
It's funny
sit
how
here
that
and
works,
play
isn't
like
it?
Stairway to
It's
Heaven the
crazy.
whole time.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, come on.
Yeah. They want the 8-minute version of Purple Rain.
Right. They want that
Seriously.
like their ideal kind of situation is just not realistic because every
Yeah.
night it's different. Every night you have a different crowd.
Right.
You can't really expect like if you own a bar, you got to kind of understand the responsibilities that is and the risks that you're just going to come with, right?
Right.
And so for us in our realm too, like we understand the risk of the energy that we bring.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
know?
I can imagine that because if you're doing this, duo acoustic set for the most
Yeah.
part, and then you start DJing and you're playing Lil Durk. It's kind of like
They love it.
I get it though.
We get them turned sometimes.
But there'll be over time you'll see those spaces, those venues that will want that. You know,
Sure.
I guess you run the gauntlet and kind of figure it out as you go.
We'll kind of step over the line a few times. You know what I mean? Just to test the waters, see
you
what
gotta
the,
test the waters.
see what the place wants.
Well,
doesn't
yeah, you
want.
also know that like you wouldn't do that at food hall. You like when we saw you when you guys were actually physically DJing. It was the Calvin Harris up tempo stuff. It was perfect for the people that were there. And so
Thank you.
I can understand like not going into a hip hop set to like
Yeah.
I'd say we're
It's a
pretty good
vibe
at reading
thing.
the room.
Sure.
Yeah, that's where it's key for every kind of musician, right? DJ, artist, or anything. You have to be able to read the room. And so with you guys being the DJ as well, I think it gives you a lot more versatility, right? Because as you're playing the breaks, you can kind of maybe test the waters with a certain genre, right? And then you can be like, oh, they're feeling that. Let's see what we know together we can throw into our set.
Oh yeah,
right.
absolutely.
So, and playing in these different venues too, it's going to open you up probably to different music and music genres that maybe you didn't think you could touch on.
Yes,
you know what I mean.
100%. DJing's opened up like so many more doors for us, and not just like business wise or venue wise, but just like creatively.
Right.
It's like we're discovering, like, now we have such a big love for EDM and dance because like we've gotten, especially with our friend DJ La Musa Ariel, he's like opened up that whole world of like EDM, and now we like love house music and we love like diving in that. But yeah, man, we have so much respect for DJing. Whereas before we started DJing, it's like you just don't know that world.
Yeah.
And it's so easy to be like, DJs just push buttons, right? You hear it all the time.
Yeah.
And it's really like the most bullshit statement because there's so much creativity and like freedom that comes with DJing that like people don't realize. And especially artists, like singers, songwriters, they don't realize like it's so much fun to DJ.
But it goes even beyond that. The best DJs are the ones that are, again, like your instrument isn't just in front of you. It's someone's at the front door. Someone's at the front door.
Hold on a second. That's never happened while I was here.
You have an intruder.
Someone's trying to.
It's Amazon.
Oh, never mind. It's fine.
You spell your street CRESSON?
Yeah, CRESSON. Sorry about that. It's literally never happened before.
You're good.
It's like your instrument is your understanding of like how to read the crowd for each song too.
Right.
Because you could play one song and it's just gonna ruin the energy.
Sure.
True.
Yeah.
Oh
You
yeah,
know?
I've been there.
And we've had to learn that the hard way.
So have you ever had an oh shit moment as you guys are singing?
I mean, yeah, we, every now and again we have like a little fuck up, but nobody notices, and we'll look at each other.
Oh
like,
no, people probably notice. We just don't give a shit.
Yeah.
We're just here to party.
Yeah. So that, because I guess that's where it's a little different with DJing, is like we can immediately switch the song if it's not working.
Yeah.
So you guys kind of just got to ride it out.
Oh yeah, or
But I guess you
we'll
guys
end a
could-
song.
I guess you guys could too, though, because if you're doing the what is that considered, like the Ed Sheeran style?
loop pedal?
The loop pedal.
Yeah.
I guess you could just stop whenever you felt, right? And just
Yeah.
kind of.
Even a track, we'll just like fade it out. We'll look at
Sure.
each other and be like, they're not feeling this. Let's
Yeah.
get out of here.
Yeah. So
You guys
like,
are pretty good with
short version.
You guys,
Yeah,
are,
yeah.
you guys are pretty good, like personable, like with the crowd in between songs, like your word raps and stuff, or your stage rap, for lack of a better term. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, like the
engaging
banter?
with the crowd.
The
Your banter.
banter?
Yeah.
We try to keep it short and not too long.
Yeah.
But yeah, we love this. Like, this is, to me, the greatest job that
the
we could have, is
world,
entertaining
bro.
people and doing that. And
But
yeah.
I think it comes with the most sacrifice.
I mean,
like,
out of any job,
What do you think?
Out
What
of
do
a
you-
lot of jobs, I mean, we have to sacrifice a lot, like family vacations, family birthdays,
Yep.
family outings,
Yep.
missing our own birthdays,
Everything.
like
It's everything.
everything,
everything,
man.
yeah.
Like time with your family. I'm single as fuck, and I'm very, very grateful for it.
Yeah.
But but the thing is, almost every relationship that I've been in, and I've only had a few girlfriends, they were all because of what I do.
Sure.
It just didn't work out because of the lifestyle that we have.
it's hard.
We
It's
got the
hard.
night shift. Our weekends are
Yeah.
weekdays.
Right.
And so this is the best thing in the world. But like we were just talking about it the other day. Like we had our moments of depression and our moments of like, damn, like, is this really worth it? Like I might be sacrificing the next few years of my entire life to hopefully
make
get
it.
to that point.
Yeah, it's a scary.
Yeah.
It is a scary part.
Yeah,
but-
man.
Yeah. So you said you were a husband and a father. How's that?
Yeah.
How's this transition into the Philly nightlife scene working with you. Like,
Because with that being said, I'm sure you guys have probably hit the ground running a little bit and maybe getting a little bit more bookings lately, or
yeah.
talking a little bit more
going
out.
right now.
Yeah, when we found out we were pregnant, so I was with my wife for a year.
Okay.
And we found out this is in Florida, and found out we were pregnant, and we just expedited it. You know what I mean? And I kind of rolled the dice on like getting married very young and fast, and luckily everything worked out. Like we were great for each other, and like we're still going strong. You know what I mean? Not perfect, no relationship's perfect, but coming into it, I was like, look, the last one didn't work out because she didn't believe in this, like what I want to go after, So my wife coming in the game was like, okay, he wants to do this, and I know there's going to be compromises, and she was along for the ride.
That's great.
So,
Dude, she's a unicorn.
You got to start. You got to start up front in a relationship, being like, "This is what I want. Are you coming with me? Are you going to support me?"
Yeah,
this is
love
what it's going
that,
to be.
man. That's a good woman. You
It's the first
found one.
It's
You
the
found
first
one.
conversation you have to have. It's
Yeah.
full transparency.
Because as to your point, it's tough. It's tough on relationships. You know what I mean? It's really tough, and it sucks because everybody has their choice, right? What they want to do, and this is what we want to do. So it's like you're either a ride or die, or see you later.
But honestly, like at the end of the day, as much as I would love to have a family at some point, but for all of us here, we understand what love feels like,
right?
And so, like, yeah, we love to have that, but at the end of the day, like we have us, and like, we want to make sure that we're living our best life, regardless. And your career is a huge part of your life. Yeah. So for us to be able to say that, like, we get to do this.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it's wild, man.
Crazy.
I know. 20 years later, here with me and Nine still are. You know what I mean?
I'm 17 years in.
Yeah, I think I'm like 7. I was just
That's awesome, man.
I was just rounding up.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It was like, what's a couple more years? You know what I mean? But so let's dive into each one of you individually. So, Dom, we'll hear from you first, since you're the youngest one, right? Or he's the oldest one.
By a year. He's younger by a year.
So we'll start with the youngest.
Months.
We'll start with the youngest one.
Months.
We'll start with Dom. So let's give us the backstory of Dom. Okay, from Florida to Connecticut to Philly.
Okay, let me throw the headphones
Nine, can
on
you hit
completely.
that light switch behind you?
So,
forgot to turn the lights on in here. It's about to get real sexy. If I don't turn these on.
I have a very interesting backstory. So I'm gonna I'll be like as quick as possible. And then you can just ask whatever questions
Yeah,
You don't
you'd
have
like.
to go too deep. If you
Yeah. Well, give us
I love my story.
All right,
It made me who
That's
I
why
am.
you're here. I want people to. It's funny. Like I had Kurt on one of my first episodes, like one of my first couple.
Yo, the kindest human,
Literally,
I have ever met.
And you would have never known that he might not have ever been here. He was recruited to play golf in Arizona for Arizona State. He's like the best golfer I've ever seen.
What?
Yeah, he won like junior championships and like championships at golf clubs against like 50, 60-year-old guys. Like
You would never
they've been
look
playing
at
their whole life.
courtesy and be like,
Yeah.
yo, you are a bad motherfucker.
It's funny. Last night I made a bet with John, the back bartender at Wicked Wolf. I bet him $500 that me and Kurt could beat anybody he brings with them to the course.
That's
No
sick.
way.
That's how. Because I told Kurt when we used to play years
You're
ago.
hustling people.
Yeah, literally. Because I know, because this kid always like, I'll dust you. I'm like, come on, man, you're not gonna dust me in golf. So, Nine's giving me the wrap up line, but
yeah, come on.
so
this is
Kurt's been on the podcast
incredible.
14 times.
well, they don't.
That's great.
I'm letting them know.
No,
It's
this is amazing.
That's why I bring people on, because like outside of the artist, I want people to learn about who I'm having on.
Yeah.
Right. So Kurt was
Wow.
just a good example. Like you would have never known that.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So let's hear your story, Dom.
All right.
Were you a golfer? No.
So that
No, thank you for sharing that though. By the
Yeah,
way,
yeah,
we're gonna
man,
bring that up
seriously.
next
Oh,
time.
absolutely.
Next time you see Kurt, be
Oh,
like, "What's up?"
man.
I call him Curdy Gilmore.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. So just tap my shoulder if I just start getting too deep, because I'm the edibles are kicking in. So I'm
Okay,
like,
nice.
ready to get.
Wow.
So I was born in Florida, and I'm a test tube baby, and I was C-sectioned with a twin sister. And because we were in vitro babies, as they call it, I like test tube baby better. My mom is always like, don't say it like that. And it's like, but it sounds so cool.
Yeah.
Like,
Sounds like
I'm not a human, you know?
Yeah, you were made in a room somewhere.
and so we had to take a lot of vaccines because of it.
Right.
Because it's just a whole different process.
Mm-hmm.
And through those vaccines, one of the side effects was losing your kidneys, and my sister got that.
Oh shit.
Shit.
And so she lost him by 4 and basically had a 0% chance of survival. The doctors told my parents, they were like, she's just not going to see her teenage years.
Oh my
It's just
gosh.
so like, just be prepared. My parents, man, like they're the most supportive people and positive people. They've been through some shit.
Sure.
And like, they're still here and kicking and supporting the both of us even. Like,
Nice.
they're just so, they're amazing. And I'm very, very, very lucky. And they were like, yeah, that's not on the list for us. Like, it's not going to happen. And so she had so we moved up to Connecticut because there was just family there to help with the whole process.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because she had to go to dialysis every other day.
Yeah, I
And
bet.
so
Yeah.
we moved up to northern Connecticut on like the border. We weren't in like bougie Connecticut, you know,
Yeah.
like that's no. We were in like the middle of nowhere, like welcome to Connecticut, you know.
Yeah.
Nailed
And my parents drove her an hour and a half up to Boston every other day
Oh my god.
for like 10 years.
What?
And so when she was 7, she had a failed kidney transplant. They put it in her, right? And it just failed. It didn't, like, it worked for a couple days and then it failed. So she had to have 2 surgeries to get it put it in and then taken out.
Wow.
And like, she grew up, you know, not having a normal childhood. She was never in school, so she was made fun of. So unfortunately, I had to beat up a bunch of kids for it.
Yeah.
So I was like kind of seen as like a dickhead for a while.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I was kind of a dickhead to him when we first started too. It's just because like
It's your defense mechanism.
I'm so like
Wow.
the smallest things can really piss me off because
Yeah.
I just feel for those who are like affected by that, you know.
Yeah.
And just seeing my sister raised like that, it killed me for a while. And I ended up like I started smoking weed at 12. I was doing pills at like 14 and hanging around like the wrong kids. If I failed one more class, I was gonna stay back.
Ugh.
And then when she was 14, she like mustered up the courage to like get another kidney. And I remember that night she got it. And like, I just remember it like it was yesterday, you know? Like we heard helicopters all night landing on the roof. And then all of a sudden this one helicopter landed. We just looked at each other and the doctors came in and took her out. We just knew that like that was the one.
Oh shit.
And like, dude, twin telepathy is a fucking thing. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like while she was going through that as a child, like I felt that through her.
Wonder if that's where the anger came from.
And, well, I grew up thinking like literally every day I would wake up and be like, my sister's gonna die today.
Yeah.
And so like I just got so far away from like any attachment whatsoever. And then when she got her kidney and it worked, I was like, oh fuck, what do I do now? You know what I mean?
Yeah, shit.
And like my brother and I, we both rebelled. Like he would make jackass videos and he lit half our woods on fire and had to pay like $2,000 to our neighbors because he burned a bunch of their trees up and the whole fire department showed up. Like we did some stupid shit.
Yeah.
And yeah, like so as soon as she got it, I was like, oh, I need to turn this shit around. And like cold turkey, I stopped doing drugs and like I stopped I stopped getting bad grades. Like I just turned everything around. I was like, okay, I got like, if she could do this,
Yeah.
we could do anything,
Yeah.
you know? And like to this day, I give her so many props because she's all scarred up, but she's proud of the scars. She's like proud of the trauma because it made us who we are today. Dog, she's getting her doctorate in psychology. Ready?
Wow.
Because she wants to do therapy for kids of those who were affected, the siblings who were affected, because she saw what my brother and I went through.
Wow.
That's amazing, man.
Good
And
for
I was
her, man.
like,
Good for her.
I got the chills.
dude,
Yeah.
she's
dude.
I sank down. I just slouched.
Yeah.
she's like, man, and
What
like,
a
and now
fucking
I haven't
story.
really talked about it, but my mom, she's going through cancer right now, breast cancer.
Sorry, man.
And so she's going through chemo, and we're like 7 weeks in now, and when we found out, of course it was like a jarring moment. We were all at the post, we were eating, and we were with Julia. Shout out to Julia, by the way. She's our promoter, liaison. She helps with our content. Incredible
Yeah.
person. Like helps us out so much.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
we were with her when I got the call. And like I just sat down and like kept eating with them because I just like, we were there to celebrate each other. And I didn't want to like, I don't know, I just didn't want to like
Sure.
ruin the moment, you know?
Yeah.
And it hit at first, but then I was like, wait a second, like we've been through worse. Like, we got this,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So, like, let's just kick ass this time.
Yeah.
So I just bought my mom a mug. She's probably not going to listen to this.
No, she's your biggest
She
supporter.
does-
She better.
she is.
listen.
So she'll hopefully she finds out or I get it to her by then. But I got a mug and it says, "I'm going through chemo. Once I'm finished, this mug is getting smashed."
Oh, I love
We're
it.
gonna get it on video and everything. But
Love it.
Yeah, that's
like,
dope.
you know, so like I feel like that all that trauma has like, because we both definitely have our story. Man, he's got a freaking story, man.
Yeah.
Like, to me, I study Buddhism. I'm biggest on that, if anything.
Mm.
And it's like the path to happiness is misery, and it's the worst experiences are the best lessons learned. And so I think these traumas are what like have driven us to want to be great for our kids, great for, you know, the people around us, and great for ourselves.
Yeah.
It's like we've seen so much shit happen to so many people. It's like we can't not be grateful about this life
Yeah.
that we've been given, you
Yeah.
know?
Damn.
Wow.
So like that's kind of what drives me, and like
Yeah.
also women, you know?
Yeah,
So it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Because like John Mayer, dog, I decided I wanted to do music when I saw him on TV playing for a bunch of chicks and they were just like crying. And I was like, oh yeah.
You're like, that's gonna be
Oh
me.
yeah. Yo.
I'll make you cry.
Yeah. And so, you know, and now like, you know, we do it, you know?
Yeah.
It's like yesterday, bro, we were at Wicked Wolf and we're playing, and it was like a group of like 12 girls.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
ran up and they were just singing and dancing with us for like 2 hours.
Nice.
You know, and
Love
they were just so happy with the moment, and like that's why we do it. You know,
Yeah.
it's really not
I
even
love
for
it.
the music; it's for the people.
And I
just
will
to see
say,
the
you guys are
actions.
two very approachable guys, because I didn't know if you guys knew who I was when I came up to you at first. So I just kind of wanted
The
to.
second you said Tonka, we were like,
Yeah. Well, no, because I didn't say talk at first. I kind of wanted to see if like you guys recognized me or whatever, because like I wanted to see what kind of people you were right before, because I never met you before.
Okay.
So it was like you guys are very approachable, and I like
Thank
that
you.
because you felt like some DJs are not approachable, some artists aren't approachable. So I really like that about you. So Jesse, your turn.
yes,
So disclosure, I'm not good at talking about myself. I'm so like factual, and it's hard. Like I detach the emotion from like the shit, and
Yeah.
Sure.
so bear with me.
Yeah, I got you.
Let's see. I was born and raised in West Palm Beach, Florida, and I am the middle child of older brother, a year older than me, and then my little brother is like 8 years younger. We're all half brothers, different dads.
Okay.
So my mom was a single parent for like probably the first like 10, 11 years of my life. And then stepdad came in the picture. But yeah, my mom's been like the most solid force in my life, like through my childhood and everything.
That's dope.
And I didn't meet my dad till I was 19. So as you can imagine, that played like a whole part on like growing up and like,
Yeah.
you know, all that shit. So music was like an escape for me from like a broken home,
Right.
basically. You know,
Yeah.
I got into like the hardcore scene, and I just like sought out music. I loved live music. I wanted to be a part of it. I loved the energy.
Yeah.
I loved the escape of like performing live.
Yeah.
I loved that whole escape of
Yeah.
like music
Yeah.
and what it did.
It's amazing
And-
what music can do for you. no
Oh
matter-
my God.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Dude, it's healing. It really
Facts.
is. It's healing, and it matters. Like what we do, and I talk to Dom about this. I'm like, what we do matters. We don't just go and get a paycheck. Like we're giving people an escape, because there's a lot of like heartache and
Yeah.
a lot of shit in life, especially with the pandemic, man.
That's
a lot of
actually
people
a really good way of looking at it.
Dude, what we do matters, man.
Yeah.
We give people that, we help give people that escape, because in a way we're also getting that escape for ourselves.
Yeah.
Because we've all been through trauma, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just remind myself that like this matters. So yeah, man, like my childhood was pretty rocky and broken. Of course, I didn't realize it at the time. I'm just a kid. I'm going through life, and I'm just like, you know, you meet other people who are going through the same thing. And you're just like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, again, I'm not good at talking about myself.
Yeah. No,
No,
it's
it's
good,
good.
man.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like ever since I picked up a guitar at like, oh no, I picked up drums first. So I was a drummer.
that was a question I was going to
Yeah.
ask both of you.
Yeah.
It's like, what was the first instrument you picked up?
Yeah, drums. I started playing drums in church. Yeah, my mom raised me in church like since a young age, so that kind of kept me out of like drugs and shit. Which
Yeah.
I'm so grateful for her.
Yeah.
so I started playing drums in church, picked up a guitar around like 13. And of course, same thing. I wanted to like sing a song for a girl, you know,
Yeah.
pick up a guitar, sing to your girlfriend. And it just stuck with me, man. Like
Did you guys grow up when you guys started together? Not to super fast forward, but did you guys consider starting a band instead of it just being the two of you? Like having obviously bass.
Oh, dude, no,
drums.
two's enough, bro.
Fair.
Nah.
Fair. Fair.
Nah, the whole vision was like a Hall & Oates, because Hall & Oates are from
Yeah.
Philly.
Yeah.
It was like a Hall & Oates thing.
dads.
They're like the fucking Philadelphia chain smokers, bro. They're like
I'll take
That's
it.
a-
I'll take it,
yeah,
bro.
well, yeah.
That
how
Yep.
else, you know?
I
like-
can't. That's actually right. That's a nail on the head. Yeah.
You know what you find though, and this is Jesse, by the way. You know,
This is where video would really work out.
you know what you find though, like the people who are inviting and genuine and like genuinely like open and talkative, those are people that have been through shit.
Sure.
You know, because it's like genuine nice people have been through shit and they know what like feeling down is or whatever. Maybe you've been bullied, maybe you've had a rough childhood,
Yeah.
or you've lost somebody in your life. Those people usually come out on the other end, you know, like just very open and genuine and they want to just bring people in and that's really like Dom and I, we're so genuine and we want to like bring people in and be nice to everybody, and everybody's our friend until like you
Until
give us
you're
a
not
reason not to,
sure.
you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
like,
when they first approached me, man, like just their energy towards me was like, it was so like genuine and like kind and
Yeah.
nice. I'm like, who the fuck are these? These guys aren't from here.
Yeah. No, they're from Florida.
Yeah, right.
Wait. So
Yeah.
continue your story. Because I
Well, maybe you
seldom
can
listen
coach
to
them.
this
Maybe you
too.
can coach them.
yeah, maybe I'm not good at like
Well,
talking
that's the
about my
thing.
story.
Well, that's because like I don't really. It's
So this
funny,
is where
like,
the
there's
support
so much-
system comes in.
Yeah, like there's so much we learn from each other still. You know, this really is like a relationship.
Yeah.
And we've gone through some really difficult times together. We've gone some great times together. We've struggled financially together. Like I went homeless for this shit, you know? And he had to live with the in-laws for years with a kid, you know, just so that we could really get this thing up and running. But like just having that support system around us to be able to do that,
Yeah.
you know, we're very grateful for. But dude, his story, like it just, you know,
I can continue.
Yeah, dude. Talk
Yeah,
about
like,
really get into it, man.
So like so my mom has been like my rock my entire life. And like over the pandemic, a lot of people lost people. My mom got COVID and passed away.
Oh, I'm
Oh
so
my
sorry,
God.
man. Fuck.
No, it's all good. And it still affects me to this day.
Sure.
No, I lost my
And-
mom 10 years ago, so I get it. Oh, longer than that. What am I saying?
Man,
13
you get
years
it.
ago.
And I could still cry about it, man.
Same.
Yeah.
But I look back and I'm so grateful, man.
Yeah.
I just look back and my grief is like, rather than aiming at pain, it's like I'm aiming at love, and I'm just so grateful for everything she's done for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But man, it's
So she technically, since she put you into the church, she put music in your life.
yeah, absolutely.
Was it intentional? Like, did she like maybe see that you loved music and was like, let's start him in with the church band? And
Yeah,
see
were there
what happens?
bands that you liked even at 10 years old that you were like, I get this. Like, I'd want to play drums to this music, or was there something that stuck out, or band-wise, or-
yeah, really.
John?
My mom was like my outlier for music because, funny enough, she met my dad. They were like dancing. They were at a club and like dancing, did like a dance battle or some shit. Is the story I hear.
Yeah, big breakdancing family.
Dude, yeah, and like, you know what I mean? I would grow up and she would do her moves and I'm like, Mom, don't do that. Like, you're embarrassing me.
Moves are
Like, don't do that. But,
Yeah.
what nationality are you?
So I'm half Puerto Rican and half white, Caucasian.
Okay.
I guess like, you know, European, bunch of stuff. I want to do one of those 23andMe's
Sure, yeah.
to figure out what exactly I am.
Yeah, so maybe she was doing like salsa dancing and you were just like, what the hell is going on?
Oh, dude, she was trying to do that 80s like Michael Jackson stuff. I'm like, Mom, don't.
Oh
Don't do
man.
that. But yeah, she was really into like Christian radio and like I grew up listening to Christian radio. Yeah, and I could like spit off a bunch of Christian radio stuff, but
wasn't there a Christian artist just went like to regular pop?
NF.
Was it NF?
He's a rapper.
Yeah, somebody was Christian, like Christian rock or Christian rap, and then went mainstream.
Dog, you go to
think it's
some of these
NF.
churches now, and like the music is like is
contemporary,
spectacular.
Yeah.
You know?
mega church
Like,
music.
dude, it's
Dude, I grew up with
Yeah.
all of that, man. Like,
Like it's getting a little heavier in a sense. Or
oh, dude, I was listening to like Christian deathcore bands, if that makes sense. Yeah,
yes, it does. Yeah,
there's Christian everything. Like, under
What
the
are they
sun.
screaming about?
God's grace,
the
man.
Bible.
Yeah.
Wait. What's that one meme? Jesus is my friend.
Oh my God, dude.
There's this
Yeah,
one
dude.
band that he showed. There's this page we follow that's just like all Christian memes.
Yeah, dude. I'm all about like me and Range, our artist development coach.
Man.
We because he grew up in church too. There's this like meme page called Deuteronomy memes, and it's like a Bible chapter, Deuteronomy, but it's
Yeah.
like Deuteronomy memes, and like we'll share like Christian
Oh,
memes.
that's funny. Yeah.
It's so fucking funny, dude.
And there's this video. There's this video of a band playing, and it's like polk rock,
It's
you know,
great, yeah.
or polka rock, some weird song. And this dude is literally like, Jesus is my friend.
I think I've heard that.
That song is no. That song's a banger, by
Dude,
the
it's
way.
a
That song's a
banger.
banger.
Absolute
But,
banger.
yeah, man, outliers in my life, man, and you know, like even like where I am now, because my mom, she got COVID. It was like a month, literally. Like she got COVID, a month later, she's gone. So
It
like
happened fast.
me and my brothers like had to deal with the house, all her
Yeah.
stuff. Man, it's been like a grief journey for me.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like this past year,
I'm glad that you let it fuel you instead of take you down a wrong path.
it at first it was like, how do I put meaning to this?
Yeah.
Because she was one of my meanings. I'm like, I want to get her house. You know what I mean? I want to like pay her back for everything. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? That she's given me.
Yeah.
And so I had to find a whole new meaning within myself. And, you know, I've gone through some therapy since then, you know what I mean? And music has been a therapy. My wife's held me down. She's been, you know, by my side, supportive every step of the way. And even like a year before then, she lost her brother. In a car accident.
Oh, sorry.
And so there's been
Damn.
a lot of grief around me and a lot of loss. But it's like my outlook on life is just like, what does this all mean to me?
Mhm.
And how can I let this send me in a positive direction? Because you could easily spiral.
Oh,
A
facts.
lot of people fucking spiral
Yeah.
from loss.
And that's why I'm glad that you let it fuel you instead, because you're
Yeah.
really talented, and now
Thank
everybody
you.
gets to see it.
Thank you,
Instead of,
man.
You know, you could have went completely left. You know what I mean?
Right.
Instead of the right way. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
it's true, man. And it's like this shit that we've been through is what makes us genuine people, because we genuinely know what pain and suffering and loss and trauma feels like.
Yeah.
And
I
Yeah,
think
the two of you, based off of experiences, are really fucking meant for each other musically,
Yeah.
and just even just if you just even if you guys are just homies, you know.
Your
and-
development
dude,
coach
when-
really,
my goodness,
When
he
one-
really saw something.
Yeah.
And like when one of us goes through something, like for some reason the other one goes through something too in like a different way. You
Yeah.
know? Around that same time that he did it, and I'm not like comparing in any way.
yeah,
But at the same time, I lost my voice. I got a cyst on my vocal cord, and they were like, "You might not ever be able to sing again."
What
And so
the-
I couldn't talk or sing for 3 months.
Wow.
I couldn't do anything. Like completely mute for 3 months.
you were texting like a motherfucker.
Dog. And
Yeah.
I really, you know what
he
really
would
great-
text it and it would speech. It would be like,
yeah,
hello,
text to
Jesse.
speech, and like
I don't
and
mean to make fun of it. I'm sorry.
no, it's great. I'm grateful for having that experience because one, I watch my voice now.
Yeah. Take care of it.
You know, we take care of our voices. We take.
I mean,
it's
you
our
take care of your
it's a muscle.
instruments.
You know,
Has
Yeah.
it changed?
Oh yeah,
For the
yeah.
war-
I'll never be able to sing like I used to.
deeper. No way.
No.
Yeah, there's much deeper.
I think you sound just as great. And don't even worry, like don't even feel bad because
Oh no, I don't.
No, I'm saying about like talking about that
Oh.
because grief is like you don't compare grief.
Yeah.
Everybody, if you like, you know what I mean. If you
That's why
whatever,
I fucking love this kid.
you don't compare grief. Like
Yeah.
losing a voice.
Yeah.
It's like there's grief in there, and it doesn't
Yeah.
make it any less because it doesn't stop my.
We were both struggling, man.
Yeah.
You know, and whenever one of us goes through it, we're both going through something, and it's crazy.
That's
but
a
like,
good partnership.
But
Yeah.
but the one great lesson I learned about being mute for 3 months, that people's attention spans are so short that
yeah.
I can't even write a response before they move on to the different topic.
Sure. Yeah.
So I learned to listen twice as much as you speak, you know?
Yeah.
And like, of course, I'm talking a lot because I'm excited about the podcast.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is
yeah.
Sure.
kind of our job right now to be sharing information.
This is why you're here.
But you know, we're very respectful when we're in other rooms where there are people more important than us, because like we really do want to grow, and we understand how important community is. And our team, the Ring, and especially Range and Sean, they really taught us the importance of community. And I don't know, man, like Jesse is
A piece of shit.
Is no,
he was sounding out that P there.
honestly, yeah, you weren't off.
Wow.
You know, he's
sure
he's,
you're not brothers.
Humor
Are
is
you a test tube baby? Are you sure?
humor is our coping mechanism.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But we like to fuck with each other, you know.
No,
But,
that's
he's-
good. I fuck with
he's
this kid.
genuinely
picks on me all the
probably
time.
he probably takes the top spot of the nicest people I've ever met.
I can
Thank
see
you,
that.
man.
Damn,
And-
that's dope.
And like he wouldn't hurt a fly. Like he's respectfully, because I'm a dickhead sometimes, but like he's passive aggressive. So like he doesn't like confrontation, so he'll kind of like brush it over, and because he's so nice, like, and that has worked in our favor so much because I learned from that. And like without learning that, like I wouldn't be who I am today. You know, I gave him really hard time because my older brother gave me a really hard time growing up. My dad gave me a super hard. He grew up in the military in like a single parent household. He was working at his mom's company, trucking company, packing trucks at like 13 years old with his brothers, and like, you know what I mean? So it's like you have all of these high expectations. So it's like, I had very high expectations for him, and I'm Italian, so it's like you got to prove yourself to be in the family. You know what I'm saying? Forget about it.
You got to prove it.
Yeah.
You gotta
And
brush
so-
your hair.
Yeah,
How are you guys?
dude, he's genuinely like he just always like had patience for me, and that was tough, dude.
I am a dad too. That
fair.
shit takes a lot
But
of
even
patience.
then, like one of the things he didn't
Thank you,
even
man.
he didn't even describe, bro. You were a dad before you were a dad. Like you grew up with a single mom, where of course she was a great mom to you guys, but like, you know, it wasn't the best of circumstances, and you kind of had to be the father and even just the parent of the household sometimes, with your older brother being in and out of jail.
Yeah.
So he was just kind of absent. The father was absent. You know, his mom made some choices, and he was there just like having to take care of his brother.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking down on your mom in any way at all.
No, I don't take it
like
No, no.
like just the amount of responsibility that you had to take as a child, you know, was more than what most people considered to be in their lifetime.
Yeah.
And I think that's
Maybe.
what, and I think that's what like made you such a kind person and so patient, and understanding about everything. Like he just taught me like to just how to be grateful with everything, you know. And
Listen to Dom coming here
Thank
and
you, man.
crushing.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you
right?
for saying that, dude.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Damn.
Man.
So
I really
appreciate
mean
that.
it, man.
Good
Like
shit, Dom.
Dom just gave your autobiography.
but we you know, we have these talks sometimes where we'll call each other and just be like, hey, like out of nowhere, like, hey, dude, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Because like we have been through like
It's funny.
we've been through some shit.
That's how you know you have a real friend. Is when you have
but it
those
took a
friends.
while. It took a while to get that.
So with
Yeah.
that, I mean, the business side of things, when you guys come
Yeah.
together, who's the person that takes the phone call for the gig? Who's trustworthy over the other? Or
Yeah, who am I talking to on Instagram?
Who am I talking to on the phone?
Okay.
You know, if I want to book, you know, who's the person you're like, Dom, you take this. Like, you're the person to do this. Or Jesse, you're the person to do this.
Yeah, do you guys split that?
We both, we both split
Yeah,
that evenly. Like, I believe I was mainly talking to you at first.
Yeah.
And then like, but I'll call up Dom and we'll like talk about
Yes.
like what the response will be. Let's make sure we're on the same page. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And same thing. But we're both good at that. Like, he'll deal with certain people. Certain people will like be more attracted to talking with Dom, and certain people would be more attracted to talking to me for whatever reason.
Sure.
Yeah.
And we've like we're at a point now where like it doesn't affect us. We don't take it personally.
Yeah, no.
And
Because if he
we're
gets the
just-
gig, I'm fucking there too.
we're
The gig's still coming in.
Yeah, they're stuck with me regardless.
we're just glad they're talking to us and they're
Yeah.
interested
Yeah,
in Dom
yeah.
and Jesse.
Yeah.
And it's really like a good split. Like
Yeah.
we're both always on the same page talking on
Yeah,
the phone.
you need a little more cord for your for your mic? there?
No, you're good. I'm just being stupid.
So who's the first? Who would be the first person to screw up during the gig over the other, or miss a chord?
Let me stick on the first one though, real quick.
Okay.
Before because that's a great one.
Relax.
That's a good.
I will say, like, between the two of us, there's a lot of throwing spaghetti at the wall, right?
That's an Italian saying.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
And like when the one sticks, it works. But like that's the amount of failures we go through.
Yeah.
And so just even learning like what position on the team we are, like not everybody can be the forward. It's just not going to happen. You can't do that.
Yeah.
And then it's just going to be an unfair game. And so it took us almost 5 years to understand, like, he's amazing with analytics, the marketing, making the posters and like doing stuff like that. Granted, we both edit everything. We both post everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Where the pictures are between both of us and even our boy DJ La Musa. We split a lot of that, but like on the analytics side, he's amazing with that.
Okay.
And then I'm like the network guy, so I'm going out 4 nights a week, and I'm just shopping us all night, every night, and just pushing these relationships so that we can win.
That's smart, and that's what I try to preach to these younger DJs. That it sucks. I kind of fell off the practice a little bit. Is like there is no nights off, right? So like after my gig last night, I wanted to go out for a little bit. I have been to Wicked Wolf in a little bit, and then I got to meet you guys, and I got to talk to Jamie and Conway, and like just catch up with them because like now that I'm playing down the shore and I'm basically living down there when I'm not here, so it's like I'm not around as much. So it's good that you're going out and networking because that's a big part of this.
Yeah,
dude.
Like even if you're not talking to the manager, you're talking to the people in the bar. You're just meeting people, and they're like finding out about you. And like, oh, that's really cool. I got to come check out one of your shows. They tell someone, boom.
And the best part is we share those experiences with each other too. So now, every time I go out, we have a list of names and everything for a shared Google Calendar. Shout out to Google, yo. Google keeps us on track.
Yeah, this is not sponsored by Google.
So this is sponsored by Liquid Death today.
I'm glad you brought that up because like everybody matters to us, even the hostess. Like we'll meet the hostess.
Oh God.
We'll go to a venue and we have a Google Doc and we write everybody's name. We put hostess Devin, bartender, whatever. Manager Jamie.
Dude, we're revealing our secrets,
and we want to make sure that when we go back in that place, we know people's names and that it
really
matters
smart.
to us.
I've met people, even me growing up.
Oh my God.
They really do have it.
Yeah.
Kildare's live casino. If anybody needs the dirt, I got it right here.
I remember years ago being in Chicago, long story short, one of the fellow DJs that had me come out there to play
That's dope.
was literally like, I walked in with him. He was shaking the bathroom attendant's hand. The bar backs. He was having full blown conversations with these people.
Every human being matters.
Yes, it's true, man.
Every person matters.
Yeah.
Even the people that are in like McDonald's at 3 a.m. when we're like coming home drunk from the club or something, or we're tired after a gig at Wawa. Wawa, we eat their traditional.
Sure.
Yeah.
And like after gigs, like we need those people to help us so that we can keep going.
Yeah.
And without them, like what would we be eating?
It's funny. I go to the same Wawa probably like 3 to 4 times a week just to get like a gallon of water or something.
Yeah.
And the one that my girl usually comes with me, she gets these like little snack pack Johns, right? And like these like it's like like the ham like crackers, whatever.
Yeah.
And one day I didn't get it.
Lunchable.
One day I get it. He's like, "Yeah, we got those snack packs for your girl if you need it." I was like, "Oh, right, I needed to grab one of those." He reminded me.
That's awesome. That's a good friend, though.
Yeah.
And it just that creates such a feeling that's better than any drug too.
Yeah.
You feel that positivity from someone, and that shared energy is like
Facts.
is what we thrive on. Is like. We're getting to a point now where like we go to any club and the first people we see, right? The guards, the security. We make friends with the security on purpose because like we really respect what they do, and without them, these clubs could get shot up. These clubs could have some problems,
Keep us safe.
They keep us safe. And we're getting to a point now in Philly, like most of the places we go, when the people see us, they're like, "Oh, Dom and Jesse."
Yeah.
And like just seeing their face light up, we're like, man, like this is so worth it. We're providing some value to them and giving them a little bit more joy in life.
Yeah.
The same energy that we'll give you guys will give to the waitress, to the hostess.
Man.
Like we want everybody to feel like they matter.
I love
around
that.
I used to
us.
always think that I talked to the most important person. I didn't need to anymore, and that was the
Yeah.
person that booked me, which is why I was in the building. And I kind of just left it like that for the longest time.
Yeah.
I never spoke to the bartenders, the barbacks. I was just like, I'm here, like I'm doing my job, and I'll leave.
Right.
The owner knows who I am. That feels like the most important. Never occurred to me until my buddy from Chicago told me that. He's like, dude, talk to everyone.
And then
That was
all
years
of a
ago,
sudden,
so-
things
Yeah.
just start going like
Yeah.
this.
Everybody matters.
And I
Yeah.
think I still struggle with that, like, 17, 18 years later, is like, introducing myself to everyone in the room, like when I first get there. And like, I do it sometimes, like when I was at North Beach, I literally just went in and played. You know what I mean?
Right.
But some venues, especially in Philly, if it's new, it's like I'll try to do that now. So it's good that you brought it up, because like a lot of younger DJs do listen to this podcast. So like that is, the couple of the tips you guys just hit on is a lot of things that I might start implementing. I might start writing shit down, because like I don't know if it's because I'm getting older or what. I'll be 40 in November, but I can't remember a thing. Like it's terrible if I don't write it down.
Dude, I'm same, bro. I'm in the same
I know.
boat. Can't
Like,
remember shit.
I have to.
Yeah.
But I have my Google Calendar.
Yes.
I have it color coded. Like Talkin' with
Same,
Tonka is
dude.
blue. Talkin' with Tonka episodes are baby blue.
Hold on, ready?
Haircuts are regular blue.
Okay, so
Oh my god.
so the red is Jesse.
Yeah.
The yellow is Dom and Jesse. The blue is me. The purple is like his wedding gigs.
Yeah.
So we just try to put down everything, so it's like we're not guessing what each other's doing that day.
Right.
I love that.
We know what we're doing, where we gotta
Right.
be at. Like,
It's not an age thing, dude.
Yeah,
you
it's
share each
not.
other's location.
It's not an age thing.
no,
No.
we don't. I don't think.
No.
No.
It's funny. Rhino made me
Right,
do that
we
the other
should-
day, because he was like tracking me on my way to the
You have
shore.
Google Calendar. You know where he's gonna be. Yeah, you know where he's gonna be.
I don't want Dom to know where I'm at.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I'm actually gonna stop sharing my location right now. Hold on, I'm gonna stop it right now.
because sometimes I got to be like, dude, I'm 5 minutes away, and I'm like 30 minutes
Yeah.
away. I don't want
That's facts.
I don't want him to know.
Yeah, that's exactly what I had to do.
You're the Rev Run
man.
meme in the bathtub.
Yeah.
I'm on my way.
I will say, dude, Dom like helped me get out of my like social introvert shell, because I'm like naturally a social introvert, where it's like it takes me a little bit to like get out of my shell and really like talk to people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he just like he's so good with talking and networking with people. I kind of just like have like looked up to him. I'm like, hey man, I'll take, you know what I mean? It's like we have our roles, and like I'll like default to him with networking. I'm like, hey man,
Yeah.
do your thing. I got you. Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
That's great.
Yeah, that's dope. It's good that you guys share the responsibility, because like not everybody's has a strong suit with everything.
Yeah.
Right. So
We're
it's
both
good that you
weak in areas. You know?
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
good that you guys pick up you guys pick up each other's slack. You
Right.
know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
that makes a good partnership and a good relationship, and it makes it help withstand the test of time. You know what I mean? So that's really good. That's really good to hear.
But
Longevity is super important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know where we're gonna be. We know where we're going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know our path.
This is a little early
Just-
on in the podcast, but actually I want to save it. I'm going to save this question, but I heard you guys touch on weddings. Are you guys dabbling in that scene?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
we-
that's honestly paying the checks right now. That's
Yeah,
paying the
yeah.
bills
Yeah.
right now.
so we both do corporate wedding events,
Yes.
right? I'm part of EBE,
Okay.
and then Dom's part of
Element Music
Element
up in New York City.
Okay.
and we both it's like it's good income, it's good practice, because we're full-time musicians. We don't
get
have
to travel the world.
yeah, we get
The
to
world.
travel
Worldwide.
and I love travel.
Prestige worldwide.
Prestige worldwide. And however, like the first goal, and I was telling Dom about this today, I'm like, the first goal is to get out of that. And like, if we could do our own weddings, great. I just want to do Dom and Jesse full time. That's my
Yeah.
first short term goal. Facts.
Yeah.
Just Dom and Jesse full time.
And I think we're finally getting to that point. Like the momentum is really, we had some good momentum going before COVID, because we were new, and everything
Yeah.
new is flashy,
Yeah.
We had some pretty good momentum, and had some pretty big people looking at us and
Yeah.
and wanting to buy in. Then COVID hit.
Yeah, of course.
All the momentum just went away, and it was like, damn man, like we just worked 2 years for this.
Yeah. And I'm glad
Now
that
we got to start over again.
Yeah, well, I
But
have
we're glad we did it.
So I have a similar kind of thing where I started over. I went
Yeah,
from
dude.
being a full-time DJ in 2019, and I made it part-time,
Yeah.
right? Because it's like, it's kind of like the what you were just saying is like the newer, flashier guys were kind of taking all the gigs, and I was kind of like, I was tired of struggling, so a
Yeah,
job
yeah.
offer came up and I took it, and then switched jobs in like, what was it, last year, 2022. Hated it. Nine gave me the call for the Phillies, and I was like, boom, I'm gonna go back to full-time DJ.
Fuck yeah.
And now I'm back again. It like revamped me.
And that ramp up, gets quicker and quicker and quicker again now that you're like back into it. And that's what we've noticed is like now we're 5 years in. So it was like 2 years in the beginning that really got us going. And now we're at that 2-year mark again. I don't even know if you thought about this, but we're at our 2-year mark again because that 1 year of COVID was the reset.
Yeah.
So we've been together for 5 years. The first 2 years, at the end of the 2, we felt momentum. Now we're on the end of year 2 again.
And we feel some momentum.
The second time, and this momentum is really kicking up. So
do you, because you're into Buddhism and like spirituality and stuff, do you feel like it just wasn't your time yet?
I don't think it's ever your time until it's your time.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, so you're not ready for shit until you're ready for it.
So maybe you weren't ready, and now
I don't think we were ready for it.
Yeah, and now you definitely are,
dude. Oh, dude, you put us on any stage. Like, I will confidently say this. I don't care if people are like, "Oh, this kid's got an ego."
Yeah.
No, man, we worked our asses off for this, and I promise you put us on stage of like Rolling Loud, or you put us on like Lollapalooza, a big stage with big artists, we will fucking destroy that stage.
Oh yeah, I'll go to and I'm like the more humble one. I'm ready for any stage because like I love this.
Yes.
And I love this so much.
Yes.
And I get so fucking pumped to like perform.
I love hearing that, man.
You
guys are making me want to go DJ tonight.
I love it.
I'm about to go take 9 set at Wicked Wolf.
Oh man,
you need an opener tonight, bud?
I love this so much. Yeah. And you know what? A room of like 20 people having a great time, it matters just as much as if we were to be in front of 20,000.
So
when?
This is a good question because I know it's hard for us when there's only 20 people in a room and it's like we play mixes and like try to like feel the vibe of what's going on.
No, we don't.
Yeah, well, what's it like to sing and like when you don't have a big crowd? What's that like?
We call it paid practice.
That's what we used to call it too. Yeah. When we make mixes when no one's there.
Yeah.
I've seen it, man, and they owned it.
Yeah.
The food hall during the day like that one time.
Oh yeah.
You have to remember that like there might be 20,000 people in the room, but there's 20,000 individual minds in that room.
Sure.
Right.
So to each of them, it's their night. So when you got 2 people in the bar, those 2 people are going to have just as much of an impact as 20,000.
One could be a multimillionaire that needs.
You never know. We've gotten we've done some really interesting gigs from that kind of thing.
Yeah.
We met people they just went to the gig. Mm-hmm. So, but again, that doesn't really matter to us because it's like we just love whoever it is. We just love making people happy. We have a quote.
You're performers.
We have a motto, and we say "Summer all year." Because we bring the sunshine everywhere we go.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So like we're about to put out an EP, and it's going to be called Summer All Year.
Nice.
So we have a song that we wrote. It's called Summer All Year.
Is it the next tattoo?
I'll fucking do it.
Yeah.
I'll name my next kid Summer. Shit.
Yeah. Fire.
What was that kid in that football movie? Sunshine? What's his name? Sunshine?
I don't know.
Sunshine.
We just want to create,
that football kid. He was like long hair. I don't know.
we just want to make sure.
You know what I'm talking about? Remember the Titans?
I love that movie.
It's like
dude.
Sunshine.
Sunshine. I love that movie.
Yeah. So actually, that's kind of funny. So what's your son's name?
His name's Jackson.
Jackson.
It's not Summer. Yeah.
Okay, it's not Summer. Okay. Well, a completely different way there. So what was it? I know this is totally off topic, but it's a common question I've been getting, like trying to put out is like, how did you come up with Jackson for your kid's name?
Ooh.
So my wife and I, we didn't find out the sex of the baby until he was there.
Surprise.
So we waited 9 months, and then when he came out, we were like, then we announced it.
Like he has a penis.
Yeah. Yeah, and then it's like nowadays you can't assume the gender now.
Yeah.
No, anyway, I won't get into that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we waited 9 months, and that was like the best surprise ever.
Yeah.
I recommend that to everybody because, it was my wife's idea. She was like, let's wait. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm with it.
I'm down.
And we had like names picked out and stuff. And my mom, all her boys are J names. So we were like, maybe let's keep a J name, So we had a list, and I was like, you know what? Like, Jackson just felt like masculine and cool, and come to find out, tons of people name their sons Jackson too, and there's tons
but you
of
spell
Jacksons.
you spell it really cool.
Yeah, it's like Jaxin. Like,
Oh, dope.
Oh, that's
I
cool.
like that.
Right?
I like that.
I once met a girl named Amber who was a singer, and her mom, super sweet woman, she was like, yeah, I spelled her name Aymber. She's like, I knew she was going to be a star one day, and I wanted to spell it differently. And I was like, I loved that confidence. So I wanted to spell Jackson's name, because usually Jackson's like, who spell it with an X, it's like XON. I'm just going to put a little different. Just to like,
sick.
How old is he?
he's 7 now.
Is he into music?
Yeah, he loves. So Jackson's on the autism spectrum, but he's like high function. Like you wouldn't know
Dude,
if
he's
you
the
met him,
coolest kid.
but he's like he hyper focuses on things, and I'm trying to like use that as a strength, because people on the spectrum, when you're able to like give them outliers and give them support, they can use that to like, you can propel them.
Did you ever
to,
see
like,
that
really
kid on
great
Instagram,
things.
Max, that makes like the beats like the hears one time?
Yes,
I
dude.
think
That little
he's
kid.
autistic too.
Dude,
They're
it's
the
a
smartest
superpower.
people in the world.
Yeah,
It's a
man.
superpower,
It's a superpower if
How
you
you use
can
it.
cultivate a kid, you know? So
What if it's
Yeah.
like they're so smart that like our bodies like can't handle it? That's why they're like
I don't
in
know,
kind of a
man.
different realm, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
It's like
You got a little genius on your hands, bud.
oh, he absolutely does, man.
Yeah.
He has the craziest conversations with you.
Yeah.
And like he was obsessed with the planets at a very young age, and like could like talk about the planets and like what else? The Big
Minecraft.
Ben. Big Ben.
Oh, Big Ben. He's obsessed with the most random stuff. It's hilarious. Dude, it's hilarious. But yeah, oh my God, I love that kid so much.
Yeah,
He's
that's
the
good, man.
Cutest kid, man.
He's
Yeah.
great,
Oh
man.
my
And you know, even just as a father, like growing up without my dad, it fuels me to like be the best dad I can be.
I love that.
And of course, I'm not perfect. Nothing's perfect.
no
but,
one's
like,
perfect, bro.
Man,
Yeah.
what a
You're
great
doing
kid.
the best you can, and you're doing better because you have life experience, right?
Yeah.
So that's really good to hear, man. That's
I
awesome.
love it. And he
Yeah.
loves what I do. Like if I bring him out to shows, whenever he comes out to a show,
I was going to ask, is he
go.
allowed to come to some of your shows?
Yeah, like it's it's like we try to keep it professional. You
Yeah.
know, we don't want to bring him to Wicked Wolf the first time.
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah,
Well,
if,
Brewery
like,
Town, that food hall, is there an age limit there?
No, not during the
No,
day. Like,
yeah, we could
for
bring him
whenever you've
there.
done
We
those
could. I think the ones we've done the most were just like charity events or like family friendly events, this and that,
Yeah.
you know. But we've done some pretty big stages with that, and he'll just be on stage next to us.
he wants to get on the
I
mic.
love that.
Yeah, he wants to
Yeah.
get on the mic and stuff.
I
Yeah.
love that, man. That's cool.
He was singing
Yeah,
one of our
it's great.
songs with us.
He was. Yeah, I had him on my shoulders. He was singing our song. Our
Yeah, I
original
saw
song.
one of you was on one of each other's shoulders while you were DJing.
Oh yeah, he was on my shoulder.
Dude, we didn't even plan that. I just tapped his, and I'm like, dude, let me get on your shoulders. Like that'll be that'll be awesome.
So that was just a DJ set because you guys were at Vesper.
Yeah.
Now is that something that you're gonna promote yourself as a product? Like we could do the acoustic thing and DJ at the same time. We could just do acoustic.
Yep.
We could just DJ. So it's
Right.
pretty much
We can host. We can host if you want. We
Right.
don't even do
Yeah.
anything else. Let's just
There's
host.
really
Actually,
no-
you're good at people.
You're
You
actually
know?
giving me a really good idea. Because I did
You're gonna buy a guitar tomorrow.
no.
do it.
What's
Do
funny
it,
is
bro. Do it.
I played the drums growing up. I played it for like 10 years.
Nice.
And I always wanted to learn how to play guitars. That's really funny you said that, but I don't want to play the guitar. I'm trying to master a bunch of other things first. I'm good at a lot of little things. I'm not the master of none. But so we did a live
He
podcast.
changed my tire yesterday.
Yeah.
He's good at that.
It took me 9 minutes, no pun intended.
No pun intended.
Yeah, but I've been working on cars my whole life, so I was like, "You need your tire change. You're not gonna wait 75 minutes for Geico. Like, I'll come do it."
I wasn't doing it.
Facts.
So easy. So me and him did a live podcast together. We had Smooth on. I did 2 episodes in one thing at Wicked Wolf actually.
Whoa.
And the next guest was from Fox Sports The Gamblers guy Sean Brace. So there was a lot of dead time. So I wonder if we can come together with an event, my next live show, and get you guys involved, and maybe we can interview somebody you guys would want to interview.
Oh yeah.
Yo, that would be
absolutely,
great.
man. That'd be dope.
Brainstorming here.
We're
brainstorming.
up for anything. Honestly,
Yes.
we're up for anything.
Yes.
We love just like, even we don't have to play, we don't have to DJ, we don't have to sing. Just being a part, like we're down.
So here's a question, right?
Yes.
I know you said you were in the John Mayer and stuff. So if you could meet any artist tomorrow, who would it be?
Ooh, you go first.
Ed Sheeran probably.
Yeah.
Such a great, like such a dope business guy, and how he's just like, just where he's at. He's so grounded.
Yeah.
And he's also a father. He's
Yeah.
also a husband, but he's just like on top of the world.
First
in
question
pop.
you would ask him.
How you doing, man?
I love that.
I just be genuine. Like, hey, man,
Fair.
how you doing?
Yeah.
How's everything?
He
going?
probably never hears that. Literally, he
Right.
probably never. First question, can I get an autograph? Or,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, can I take a picture? No one probably asked how he's doing. That's actually a really good question. What about you? I'm talking to Dom now, just so everybody knows.
either Rick Rubin
Nice.
or Pharrell.
Okay.
Oh, Pharrell. That would be an interesting conversation.
Dude.
It's like, where do you begin?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
where would that even start?
What would your first question be? How you doing?
I have
How you
no
doing?
idea. Like,
How you doing?
How you doing?
it's,
My name's Dom. How you doing?
I don't know. Like, again, being the network guy, like I don't know what I would say. I just would say how I feel in the moment. I can't give it to you. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
right,
don't
same.
know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're in the moment guy.
Yeah, you gotta be.
Yeah.
You gotta be, because like, again, I'm just big on energy, and I know that as soon as those motherfuckers come into a room, you probably feel that shit like a slap in the face.
Yeah.
And just picking their brain for like 5 minutes.
So
You
this
know?
would actually be a good segue to you, since you've been on tour with Paulie. Have you met anyone?
Ooh, yeah.
Have you met anyone that you've been always wanting to meet out at a gig with Paulie?
Yeah.
Besides Paulie Shore.
Yeah, not. He's
He's met Paulie Shore. It's a
that's
crazy story.
awesome.
I'm on speed dial.
Yeah. Call him right now.
Literally.
FaceTime. No.
no.
No, you're really gonna do it? Okay.
Not anybody that I'm expecting to meet when I'm with them. You know,
Mhm.
it's always, we're flying so much, so you always see random people in the
Yeah.
airports and stuff. I sat next to David Spade.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I love.
Whoa.
Have you told me that story?
Huh?
Have you told me that story?
I
No,
love
guess
that.
not.
No.
It was like, it's like sometimes to paint the picture, some of the flights that we take on from like Vegas to San Diego, like the really short ones,
Yeah.
instead of going through like the commercial airports and stuff like that, there's a quick charter airline called Jet Suite. So those are like, normally a Vegas trip to San Diego would be like $38 of like a Southwest flight.
Oh wow.
But for the convenience and to getting there quicker, this Jet Suite, like you're paying like $350.
Okay.
So your average person's probably not going to pay that and do that.
Right.
So with that being said, when you're on these airlines, kind of keep your head on a swivel, because people going in and out of Vegas, you'll never know who you're going to see.
Yeah.
Right.
So it was like Nikki Glazer and David Spade, because they're on tour together.
That's sick.
I didn't even know
Did
she
you get
was
to
on
talk
the
to him?
I didn't know she was on the flight until we
Dude.
got off of it. But I called him Mr. Spade. I buckled. It was like super weird. He's like, you don't want to do that.
He's like, you dork.
But it's one of those things. Like he's such a legend, and he's older. You know,
Yeah,
like those
yeah,
flights
yeah.
are his downtime. So like he was nodded out. You know what I mean? I'm not going to sit there and talk
right.
to him. You know?
Yeah.
Right.
But it's situations like that where you meet random people where I would like to have a conversation with David Spade. Like, are
Yeah.
you kidding me?
Man.
You're like,
Love it.
You're like, is there a bruise right here?
Yeah.
From Tommy Boy. You ever see that?
No.
That's so sick.
Yeah, Chris
I love
Farley
Tommy
across,
Boy.
yeah, right across
Great-
the face with the
great
W.
movie.
But a lot of these people that I do meet that I'm like, holy shit, like there's so and so, like they're there, they're talking to Paulie. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
do I get to shake their hand and like say like, yo, what's good? Like, yeah, of course, but like there's no in-depth conversation.
So is Paulie
Yeah.
Shore the first one you actually?
He's the one that he approached us. Really, it was
Yeah.
Ray and I were there. It was Memorial Day last year. He was just hanging out behind the DJ booth, and he was just in Indian style in the VIP section eating fruit.
That's
Just
sick.
eating fruit.
as you would imagine Paulie Shore doing at a pool in
Yeah,
Vegas.
facts. Yeah.
Like I can't picture him doing anything else ever since
But
I've seen him in this movie.
After Ray and I met him, he was just like, "Look, I live down the street. Why don't you guys come over after the show?" We're like, "What?" We're like, "Okay." Me and Ray were like, "Yeah, we're down." He goes, "Take my number down." I'm like, okay, but with our scheduling, we couldn't make it happen or anything like that.
Yeah,
But he had,
that's sick,
but the
though.
past like 3 months after that, he was texting me every weekend, like, "Where you guys at?" Like, I
Damn.
want to come, but I haven't seen him since, literally.
Yeah.
Didn't you
That's
tell me
sick.
a Shaq story? Was that you?
Oh shit, I met Shaquille.
DJ Diesel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
my-
I love.
That was
My
big-
cousin Matt would
That was
open up for
beginning.
him.
That was for real.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, he's a beast.
DJ
bro.
Skills.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Skills will open
Because he
up
played
for
Shrine.
Shaq. Yeah.
Diesel does Prime.
Have you? So
Or Shrine.
What was Shaq's experience like?
He was just he was in the Bahamas. He lives out there, so he like frequents at the casino Atlantis, the resort out there.
Is he
So,
good?
He didn't DJ. He was just chilling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was just chilling. The owner came up to us while we were DJing. He was like, "Yo, Shaq's gonna pull up," and I'm like, "Shaq who?" Like Shaquille O'Neal. Sure enough, 5 minutes later, he was in the booth and he was just bobbing his
And
head,
you're just
chilling.
like,
That's so sick.
I don't even think, to my knowledge, a couple of people have asked me this. I wasn't sure if he was even DJing yet. I don't know if he was doing sets or anything.
Damn.
But
oh,
I don't know. This was 2018.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is a while ago. So
I remember you telling me that. So I thought it was you.
But
It was
I
one of the spring break DJs.
But I played a couple trap songs, like a couple of my own like remixes and bootlegs, and he slapped me so hard on my ass. Like that man doesn't know his own strength. And he looked at me, he's like, I need that.
Yo, you got an ass slap from Shaq?
Yeah. Do you still have the handprint? It's like the size of your ass.
Alright.
Probably.
Facts.
I want to go around the table. We got to tell
That's
our stories of
incredible.
tell one. We all got one story
Yeah.
of like the person you've met. You know.
So okay, mine's pretty legendary, and to me at least. And one that sticks out to me. So when I was like solo artist in Florida, I opened up for this dude. You know the song? It's like my dick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
Mickey Avalon.
Mickey
I
Avalon,
opened
yeah.
up for that dude, and like, and he was such a nice guy. And yeah, that's like
Did he only talk about his dick?
he never even mentioned it.
Wow, it's so weird.
I was like, my first question to him was like, "Hey man, how's your dick doing?" No, but Mickey Avalon, yeah, that was sick.
Oh, that's
That's
cool.
cool.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a good story. I like that.
He used to tour with him, Dirt Nasty.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
He's somebody I always want to meet.
All right, Dom.
Simon
No,
Rex.
you go.
No.
go.
Save me to last because I don't even know. So save me
Okay.
to last.
Oh, I know what you're gonna say. Oh, this is a good one.
All right, so I started with this wedding band company in New York, and they're one of the top wedding band companies in the world.
Mhm.
So they work. He actually works with one as well. Jesse does. This is Dom talking. And
I need to start video.
and you know, we've been to some pretty exotic places, man. The two of us, in our own respective wedding bands.
Yeah.
And so this first gig I'm on, they throw me on it, and I was just supposed to watch the gig, but I brought my acoustic guitar for like dinner just in case anyway.
Yeah.
And this was maybe like 4 years ago. And I'm at the gig, and they had us sign an NDA form, and I'm like, damn, is this how all your fucking weddings are? Like, this is crazy. Because I never grew up with money like this. Neither of us did. Neither of us grew up with a lot of money.
Yeah, same.
And so I was like, damn, this is how the rich work? Holy shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And they're like, no. Like, someone's here, and we have to take your phones. And, you know, this is just a special type of event. I was like, oh, okay. So I start asking around, and everyone's like, we don't know what this is.
Right.
Walk into the room, and I found out it was Paul McCartney's niece's wedding,
Oh,
and she
shit.
was there. So, you know, I'm watching the band the whole time,
You're like, damn it.
and I'm looking over at Paul, and I'm like, fuck, man, I'm not going to get to perform. Like, I'm just standing here, like, he's right there.
Yeah.
And, like, he looked like fucking Paul McCartney.
Yeah, right.
You know?
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever told you this. During the wedding, they had these very tall glass vases. One of them, out of the entire room, fell over and onto him.
Oh my
No
god.
way.
Oh, wow.
Was he? What
He was just
his
like,
reaction?
oh, like, you're good, whatever. And he, like, cleaned up and came back.
Damn.
Like, he's
Wow.
very humble about it.
Yeah, he
But
seems very humble.
so at the time, there was the owner of the company. It was her band playing, and dinner hits, and she's like, all right, your turn. And I'm like, what? Holy shit, you know? And I was not nearly as good as I am now. And, you know, I'm sure I was rusty, but I played the whole dinner, and he didn't eat a bite of food. He just watched.
No shit.
Because he plays upside down, too.
Right. He
and,
does.
And so he just kind of watched me. And afterwards, he didn't say anything to the band the whole night. And after dinner, I'm sitting down, and soon after, he comes across the room, walks right through the middle of the dance floor. And I'm like, I keep looking at him. He's just staring at me. Comes up, looks at me dead in the eyes, and I stand up, you know, because I'm like, holy shit.
Sure. Yeah.
And he goes, you know, you were incredible, man. You were awesome. Shakes my hand and just walks away. And I was like,
That's so
I
dumb.
was fucking
You've
I'm
given
happy
me the
that-
chills twice.
Yeah.
This podcast. Holy
That's so
shit,
dumb.
dude.
So I was like, damn, like I gotta stick with this wedding band. Holy shit.
got
You know,
co-signed
this is
with
my
Paul
first
McCartney.
gig.
Wow.
Can I
It
take back
was-
my Shaq story?
Oh, jeez.
Dude.
And I don't ever talk. It's so funny. Like, I don't ever bring it up. You know, I'll bring it up occasionally when people ask, but like, we forget about it because like we
That's
have met
savage.
some pretty cool people.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And we want to meet even greater people. But like, that's kind of hard to beat, honestly.
Yeah.
I feel that way
Damn.
now, though. I feel like even like with you guys. Like I feel like everybody's great. Like
Yeah, man.
I feel like you guys are great, and
We look
like,
up to
we
y'all.
look
We
up to
appreciate
you
that.
guys.
Thank you,
Like,
man.
We really respect what you guys do, and we're
I
just
think
like,
we're all the same height. So you're looking at us.
I'm the shortest one here.
Yeah. So I guess I
That's awesome.
kind of spoiled yours, I guess, unless you have another.
No, I mean, listen, in terms of like being on the road, for me to be able to see anybody outside in the world, it's just they're DJs for the most part. We're always doing DJ events. So like,
right.
you know, we run into Fisher all the time in the airport. You know, it's people like that. You know, it's like,
Have you interacted with him?
yeah.
Is he really
But it's-
truly as nice as he's on?
Well, the
social
thing
media?
is, it's kind of over aggressive because what you see on stage is how he is, like in the DJ booth, is how he is, like in the airport at 6 a.m.
right.
You know, we're driving.
No chill.
No chill.
No
dude.
chill.
And
Oh, I
love it.
love it.
trying to match his energy is just like unmatched. There's
Yeah.
no,
Yeah,
there's
right,
no shot.
right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So you guys ready to go? You guys
I'll
ready to
fucking do it. I'll be like, Fisher.
You guys want to go to
Yeah,
Cinnabon?
take
Huh?
it.
Huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
Right, right.
And I's like, yup.
No, what does he do? He's like,
Yeah.
just
Dude,
mouth wide
he's
open.
like that too,
Yo,
man.
his laugh
it.
is
Damn.
a signature.
Yeah, dude.
So is that where you're gonna go with? Were you gonna go with Fisher?
I mean,
Fisher's a great one, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a really
we see him.
It's not better than
we see
Paul
him often.
McCartney. Jesus
No,
Christ.
Yeah.
I think that closest one in closer to that was Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
Shaq is pretty epic.
I mean, listen, I think in terms of like legends who I've looked up to since birth, I've met Kiss a bunch of times.
Damn.
He's a big Kiss
I'm
guy.
a huge Kiss fan, like the biggest in the world.
I
Hands
was
down.
so you know, a lot of people hate on me for it, but my biggest star is Michael Jackson. He's my biggest influence and stuff.
Dude.
And I had tickets to see the This Is It concert before he passed away, and I was like, I never got to see him live ever. Like my brother always did. I have a brother that's 2 years older. My mom always took him to the events and stuff, so I never got to go. So I was supposed to go to that, and I didn't go. So like I was like, I wasn't gonna meet him or anything, but I was like,
Right.
holy shit, I
Yeah,
got
see
to
him
get
live.
to experience it,
Yeah.
right? Because I'm not a big concert guy. I've been like getting better at going to concert. People like, believe it or not, people like I don't like tight like knit places.
Same,
That's why I'm the
same.
DJ. That's why I'm farther away from people. You know what I mean? But so like I'm getting better at going to concerts and like stuff like that. But I'm trying to think if I have a cool story. I met Mark Summers. Remember him?
Oh my god, from Double Dare.
From Double Dare?
Yo.
From Nickelodeon?
What's
So I was
before you get started,
Yeah.
it's so funny that you say that because last night I couldn't sleep at all, and I fell into this YouTube rabbit hole.
Oh, I hate
And
that.
It was him on Jay Leno with who's the dude? Burt Reynolds,
Oh,
and they
wow.
fought.
Oh,
They
What?
Whoa.
they didn't fist
Yeah.
fight, but like they were literally dumping water on each other, trying to be like
I remember
PC without
Yeah.
arguing, and like it got really hot and heavy.
Oh,
with
snap.
That, yeah, with
Is this
that-
on Jimmy Fallon? 'Cause that's
It
he
was
has
Jay Leno.
Oh,
Yeah.
you said that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Damn. So I was
so
doing
funny
a
you say that.
I was doing a random event at Parks. I do a lot of their like I've been at Parks Casino for like 12 years. What? You still thinking about it?
Paul McCartney.
Mark Summers. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. That's the first guy that came to mind.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
I'm trying to think of like my Instagram if I ever take a picture.
No, but
of
that
him.
I the interesting ones are just as cool as a story.
Yeah,
though,
so
you know,
I
I
was
was find
sure.
like those randos that were like B-list celebrities.
Yeah.
but, like
Yeah, you
the
watch-
show was an absolute hit.
Yeah.
You're like how how
you're
is he?
Mark
You
fucking
know?
Summers.
You watch-
Yeah, that's
you watch
fucking
du-
cool as shit.
Yeah, you watch
Yeah.
Double Dare your entire childhood,
it's
bro.
so sick.
Yeah.
I've been working at Parks Casino for like 12, 13 years, and I do all their special events too. They have like game shows for like the VIP hosts, and he hosted one of the game shows that was kind of like Double Dare, right? So I got to meet him, and there was like 3 different games throughout the day. So like I was there, me and him were together for like 6 hours. So we were bullshitting. He goes, yo, I love how you're like entertaining the crowd in the middle of this because I didn't know what I was walking into. They didn't give me any they didn't tell him anything. So me and him were just bullshitting. Coolest dude. And I was like, he still looks exactly the fucking same.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
I don't, but when I took
Yeah.
that picture, I was fat and we had glasses, but I didn't look exactly the same. But he looked exactly the same. I was like, holy shit. Like,
That's cool.
Yeah, Mark Summers.
That's
That was my
awesome.
doing.
So yeah, I definitely like I'm on the lowest totem here because like the my dick guy, like I have to explain like
Yeah, but that was a huge song.
That
No,
was a
no,
huge
no, no,
scene,
no.
man.
You saw you did a wedding where Trump was at.
oh Trump was there. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did a Trump wedding.
You're
He came out.
fired.
I was just like,
Did you do that to him? You're fired. You're fired.
At those types of events, I
China,
think for both of
China.
us, I think the most important thing is that we get our paycheck on those events.
Yeah, for sure.
As long as you pay.
This is a question I've been asking a lot of like younger artists that come onto the show, and where do you see Dom and Jesse in 5 years?
You know what? The fun is I have no fucking clue. That's the fun of it because like I didn't know I'd be at N9NE and Tonka's podcast like 5 years ago from here. You know what I'm saying? Like this is like the great journey.
Yeah.
I love that. Where I'd like to be, full-time Dom and Jesse playing in front of like a lot of people. Just having the opportunity to like really like spread positivity, spread
Love
like
that.
good summer vibes to like as many people as I possibly can. Like I want to, that's how I want to go out of this world. I want to spread as much good times and positivity to thousands of people.
I think ideally for us in 5 years, you know, we believe in manifestation too. But you got to act on it. You know what I mean? You got to work hard towards it.
Yeah.
So ideally for us, we had this idea of like, okay, you know, we struggled for a while on how in our original shows, how do we implement the fact that we DJ?
Yeah.
We came up with the idea of doing after parties. So like we did World Cafe Live upstairs, and then we had our after party right down the street at the Post where we DJ'd.
Oh,
So like our fans went right from World Cafe to the Post.
oh, dope.
You guys are paving a new way here.
Yeah. So ideally for us, this is like the best possible outcome, right? We play for whatever. We're in like Madison Square Garden, right? And then after Madison Square Garden, we do like the Boiler Room after party. So it's like we do the live music, the band, the original music that we write, that we do with our producers. Shout out to Dilemma. Shout out to Yant. Shit. Who else? Shout out to Wiz. Shout out to
Electric, Max.
I know
Mason.
Electric producer.
You know Electric? Dude, he's the man.
He helped produce one of the songs I put out over COVID.
Oh no
Yo!
shit! Yeah, he's amazing.
He's
shout
produced
out to,
our stuff as well.
shout out to Jake and Jared.
Jake and Jared, yeah.
But yeah, so
I need you guys to send me, some Apple Music links and Spotify links. So I can
hell
put it in
okay.
the description.
Yeah, cool.
Hell yeah, thank you.
But yeah, that like ideally for us is like playing in front of a lot of people, and we'll do like an earlier show so that people can have the time and we can have the time to fucking get to the club and like set up. And
I tell you
know
what,
what I mean.
I'm literally predicting it. I'm literally predicting Chainsmoker vibes because if you go to a Chainsmoker show,
Yeah.
they're performing their songs with instruments as well as singing,
Yeah.
and then they also do an EDC where they're just
DJ.
DJing.
Yeah.
And
And
you know,
they could do a boiler room set.
and you know what's funny?
Mhm.
We do a lot of research on those guys.
Yeah.
And you guys kind of already dressed like them too.
the reason we do, like, because I mean, at first we were just like, we didn't know too much about like electronic music and
Yeah,
stuff. Like,
sure.
we were like just dipping our toes in like the world. Really,
Yeah.
we didn't know a lot about it.
Yeah.
But as soon as we like started DJing and really got into like melding the two, and we're still like trying to like fuse it well, like how we want. But
Yeah.
we're just like, who can we like look to? Who's
Yeah.
doing this?
Yeah.
And the Chainsmokers were the only people we could think of that are like doing it in pop at that level. So we're like, okay, let's study them.
And they're
So,
not even doing what we do.
to spin off of that, is there a genre you guys want to be in, or do you want to be in pop?
Polished pop.
Polished pop?
Pop,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
pop.
Yeah.
Okay. 'Cause that makes sense. It makes the most sense if you want the most airplay. It
Yeah.
makes the most sense. And
I say if anything, we would dip a little bit into the indie side.
yeah. So
Rock.
what's
Like
already
rock,
working in
yeah.
your favor? I seen you did a guest thing with Nugget on Q102.
Yeah,
so
we
like,
love that
and
man.
yeah. So like, you guys are already in the right pocket. So you just need that one hit that someone puts on one of their mixes on the 76 show maybe, and or one of the probably DJs you've met throughout.
Yeah,
Someone throws your song on, someone hears it, the right person hears it. You never know. So just be ready, man.
Going back to the Chainsmokers thing, like it's so crazy for me with them. Like I almost don't even want to see you guys get on this path unless it obviously works for you, of course. But they come out with a song like Closer, but then when they play EDC, their sets are so fucking hard,
Really?
like trappy. I mean, have you heard like an EDC set of them or something? It's
Yeah,
like
they're
everything
super-
is so remixed and like not what their originals are that
Yeah.
they're famous from.
Yeah.
That like it throws me off.
Yeah.
But like their concerts, like they did like a concert tour, like an arena tour, where like everything was a little bit more
Did they
commercial.
do a Q102
Poppy.
show? Didn't they?
Maybe,
One of the jingle
perhaps.
balls or whatever.
Perhaps. And those are more DJ based because
Yeah,
they
yeah.
probably don't pay the whole band. You know,
I feel like we kind of have that though. You know, you see
Yeah.
our live show and it's going to be completely different. Like we do, I would say it's like Justin Bieber meets Lainey meets Ed Sheeran meets Jonas Brothers.
yeah,
And then you go over to the DJ stuff and we're playing like Dom Dalla and like
Yeah.
Jake Summit,
Yeah.
John
Fred
Summit, and,
again.
like Fred
Fred
again.
again.
Yeah. Like,
And I'm actually thinking of it because I just started. I do the bookings over at Stratus, and they need help on Thursday. You guys are really, you guys might, you got me cooking some stuff here.
We're open.
like it.
We're open to try
Yeah.
anything and see
Yeah,
if it
because they
sticks.
do that band Snack Time. You ever hear of them?
Yes.
Snack Time, you've heard of
Yes.
them? They do them every once in a while, and that's like a full-on production. But you guys can go all night. They take breaks, and it's like it's like dead.
Yeah.
We do.
We're gonna stay in touch. for
We
sure.
do 4-hour gigs where we don't like we perform DJ.
So
That's
I used to do the
our normal
same
amount of
thing
time.
with the DJ drummer thing. I used to DJ
Oh,
in between our
nice.
sets because I didn't want the same thing. I didn't want to just put a mix on. I wanted to actually play.
Yeah.
It tires you out though. Like you're tired.
Yeah, we're exhausted after
Yeah, your
these gigs,
brain
but,
hurts.
But like honestly, we're so grateful to have this amount of time on these gigs now for 5 years together because, when we go on tour, it's gonna be it's a piece of cake.
An hour is going to be nothing.
It's gonna
Right,
be
exactly.
nothing.
Yeah.
nothing. And so many people complain about it,
Yeah.
where they're like tired after, and it's like,
Well, the
we go
traveling
for
sucks.
4
bud.
hours every night.
Traveling does.
Yeah, ask this guy.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm
traveling
like,
sucks.
are you in Philly? Are you in 215? Like,
Because of the New York
And I don't
band, I'm
even
in New York
perform.
almost every weekend.
really?
Yeah, and
Oh,
I do
okay.
one night trips. Like I don't stay up.
Yeah.
I that's one of the reasons why I got the shore house this year. I was tired of driving home. That's only an hour and a half.
Well, that's
Smart,
dude. That's a
yeah.
win-win though too.
yeah.
Producing wise,
It's
like original music for you guys, like do you guys see yourself just only doing vocals and then being on like a pop track, or
Actually, I have
like a Calvin Harris?
I have a spinoff
we
on
would
you as
love
like
to
that.
like
Yeah.
a producing thing.
Sure. Yeah.
It's for me. It's got to be fun. Like I
Yeah.
gotta
Yeah.
have fun doing it. Otherwise, it's like it defeats. It's like I don't want to just do this and be like I am miserable
with a microphone and just singing over top of a track that's already been made, or
Yeah.
anything like that. Yeah.
like
I
or
understand.
the production side. It's
Sure.
like it's got to stem from having fun. Like the DJing. That's where the DJing came from. That's where me playing guitar.
Yeah.
Like I've got to enjoy this.
So-
Otherwise, I might as well go work a 9 to 5
Right,
and be
sure.
miserable.
Right. So this is where I wanted to spin off of that question. Since you have the drummer background, did you have any aspirations to make your own beats for? Like, say if you put a song out, you got your guitars going, and you're like, man, I think I could put a drum behind this. Would you ever like sit behind a kit and like make a background track for it?
Oh yeah, I would love to.
Yeah.
I would love to, and that comes from like having more time. If we can like get out of this wedding,
Yes.
if we could just be full time Dom and Jesse, like I would have so much more time to like start getting back into production and start like you know what I mean. Like I've got an electric kit at home. I practice and stuff.
Oh, you're still involved in it a little bit.
Yeah. I
what's up.
even drum in the wedding bands. I relieve the drummer, and I like. Get
Oh,
back
really?
in. Yeah.
That's what's up,
Is that
man.
where the Pharrell influence comes in? Because I mean, he produces from top to bottom his own shit.
yeah,
you know,
he's a
I
savage.
grew up in skate and snowboard culture, so if I'm verified, I'm certified.
You have a
Fucking
blue check.
social media, bro. Social media.
Blue check out.
I'm certified to teach around the country for snowboarding, and I grew up like a park rat, like doing backflips
I really
over
stink at it,
jumps,
so
and
I don't
like.
know if you can teach me.
Yeah, I've broken so many bones snowboarding. And skating. It's not even funny. But like I grew up in that culture, so I grew up in hip hop.
Yeah.
And Tribe Called Quest is like they're like my all time. So
Oh,
with
no
your
shit.
Michael Jackson
Yeah,
story, how
yeah.
you just missed him, I was supposed to go see Tribe Called Quest in New York City, and I just couldn't make that one gig at that festival. And they were at Linden Boulevard, which they always rapped about, and like they were in their their home hood, and there were so many people, and I missed that one thing, and then like a week later, Fife died,
Oh,
and I was like, "Fuck, man!" Like,
damn.
I had the same thing with Linkin Park. They were my first concert ever. And then I had tickets to see them in Hershey. I think Scooter was going to that concert too.
Yeah.
And Chester passed away the week before.
Dude, Chester still affects me to this day, man.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, dude.
I loved Linkin Park. And
You kind of
Chester.
sound like him a little bit, actually.
Me?
Like your
It's my
voice is
speaking
your
voice?
speaking
The
voice.
speaking
yeah.
voice, I hear
Yeah,
it.
not your singing voice. Your
I
speaking
hear
voice.
it. Dude,
Yeah.
I hear it.
I love Chester Bennington.
Yeah.
Like it still affects me. Just like
And he used his pain to drive his music as well. So it's
Yeah.
like,
he just couldn't. Defeat
yeah,
the
he just
demons.
couldn't. Nope. And it's a shame because like
dude.
they were a great band. They brought hip hop and rock together,
Yes.
which is like you know
Dude.
Beastie Boys did, and like I'm trying to think of another one.
Them and Jay-Z's album, dude.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
what?
Oh,
Stop
yeah.
it.
I still watch those YouTube clips when they pop up when them working together in
Yeah.
the studio.
Yeah.
Oh my god, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just saw a video. Travis Barker sat in with them with Linkin Park at a charity event. And I
Yeah.
thought that was like the coolest fucking thing.
That is fucking
Yeah.
cool.
And he was like one of those like dudes. He could just hear a song one time and start playing it. Like I was a little bit of that way where I can hear like the beginning beat and I'd be able to get it. The fills wouldn't be right away, but because after the first time, but I'd be able to catch like the first couple bars like right away, and then I'm like, all right, I can go on to the next part. Because when I learned how to do the drums, my dad made me take lessons. He made me learn how to write for a kit.
Oh wow!
Which was like unheard of. Like, why do I need to learn this? But he's like, if you're gonna take this seriously, you're gonna take it seriously.
Right.
So
speak the language.
Yeah,
cool.
basically. Yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that was me. I learned how to read music before I actually physically played.
really,
But yeah.
is that your uncle?
My uncle.
Yeah, your uncle taught you.
But it was easy because it was more rhythm. So I was really it was obviously Kiss. I could play every Kiss song. Metallica,
Beat It.
Aerosmith, I already said Metallica, Skid Row, CKY.
Oh my god.
we would go to Guitar Center for like DJ equipment. He's stopping by and he's playing like the Rough Riders anthem on the piano. Then he picked up a guitar. I'm like, yo, play Beat It. He goes, he just thought about it for a second. Was like,
Little
yeah. I was like,
Yeah, dude.
I was mind blown. I was like, you didn't even think about it. You just like for a second you were like, and then.
I mean, I grew up always wanting to be a fucking rock star. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I tried to start a band at 18. That didn't work out. The DJing was like the closest thing. I picked up DJing immediately.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
like,
I mean, you're a rock
That's
star. Are you
sick.
kidding me?
the closest thing, I guess,
mean?
that I'm ever going to accomplish. But yeah, it worked out. Yeah, fuck.
Hell yeah, it did.
Was there any other instrument besides guitar that you picked up?
I actually pretty much started on piano.
Oh,
I
okay.
played piano. I had to learn. My parents made me. They were like, if you're gonna learn anything, like you have to at least learn piano and you got to learn to read music. And I fucking hated it.
That's like
Yeah.
that's like one of the most talented instruments to play.
Yeah.
though, too,
Yeah.
man.
Did that help you play the guitar? Because I heard
No.
that. No, I heard that kind of.
Reading music helps with
No.
learning
It's like-
other instruments.
It's like
Yeah,
kids.
yeah.
It's like kids who are like, they talk to a skater and they're like, oh yeah, you can snowboard or surf. It's all the same thing. No.
no, right.
No, I heard it
helps
makes
you
it
with
easier
theory.
to learn, though.
It does
Yeah.
help you with theory, but like I
Yeah.
don't. I kind of have it still, but like I can't really read music much anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I can. It
Can
helps.
you hear a song on the piano and then
I've
play it?
always been better with my ear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And that's kind of how I learned guitar. Like the guy would teach me. My mom told me how to take a lesson with guitar if I wanted to play as well.
Mhm.
And I played upside down, and the dude would like kind of look weird and like try to like teach me how to play. And he's like, and he would have me play it, and then I would just like look off in the distance. I wouldn't look at the book. I would just okay, I heard it. Cool, I'll just play it because I heard it.
yeah.
And he just looked at my mom.
Love
and was
that.
like, I can't teach the kid.
I can't
And
teach this
so-
guy.
And so I went off
Kid's
to
a
a
rebel.
bookstore and I got a book of guitar chords, and then I just shaped them myself.
upside
the way
down?
I do it.
Yeah.
Kind of in a way, yeah.
But he read it like one of those Japanese books too, from right to left.
So I just memorized that, and then,
Damn.
here we are.
Were you like that too? You be able to hear a song and just play it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, once you know chords and stuff, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
So
Like,
that didn't.
listen.
I always heard that like if you know the piano and you know the keys and the chords and stuff, it's kind of easy to go transition to guitar.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the Ed Sheeran video that was floating around where he was like, there's over 1,000 songs that can be played with
4 chords.
4 chords.
Yeah,
I was like,
chords.
everyone's like, whatever radio show he was on,
Yeah.
they're like, nah, no way. Because I'll show you right now. You have a guitar.
Yep.
And he did it, and everyone was blown the fuck away.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like true.
What song do you guys like performing the most or the best?
Ooh, great question. See, this is why I like having a co-host sometimes because I wouldn't have thought of that.
You know what? I'm gonna give after you because I don't
Like,
think
I
you would
can't wait to
expect mine.
fucking play this. Like, let's do this now. Like now.
What songs do we like playing? Let's see.
What ones do you both
shit.
crush? Like, what's the one where you both
Whatever one you were
harmonically-
on the bar yesterday, you were at the
Yeah.
girls drooling on.
Damn.
You had to wipe off your shoes after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, I mean, shit. I really like doing. I don't know, Lost in Japan. I always love doing that
Really?
song. Yeah, I love that song. That Shawn Mendes song.
Yeah.
I love that song, dude.
That is a really good song.
Fucking love that one.
That is a
What
good
song do you like that you know he hates that you guys have to do?
I know we both have a song.
Okay, what
but
is
we're
it?
not gonna know. We can't mention that. We're not gonna mention it.
Oh, you can't.
No. We listen.
Tell me
man,
later.
because
Earmuffs.
later.
Because we'll tell you.
All
later.
right, fair.
Yeah.
fair.
Because it's like at the end of the day, like we're not here for us. We're here for
Sure.
the people, and if they love the song, we're performing it.
Yeah.
Because we're here for the people. We're not here for the music.
Yeah,
The music isn't what's gonna make or break our happiness.
Right,
So it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
we can't even really choose what our favorite song or least favorite song.
So are
is
you
because we
writing
know
out
what it
sets before you go, and then just
does.
maybe switching
Kinda
stuff out?
We-
Sometimes.
We've maybe written out like I can count on my hands the number of time we wrote out sets.
Yeah.
It is always off the cuff, and
Yeah.
it's
But
kind of
it's-
like in our head.
It's
I kinda
honestly
like that
made us
better.
more talented
Yeah.
with that too, because like we could go
Improv.
anywhere and just the improv,
Right.
and even like the banter between each other. It's just all like right off the cuff, And the more
Yeah.
you do it, the better you get.
Is it a female singer of the song that you don't like?
No.
Okay.
was about to
But
say.
I think my favorite, surprisingly, would have to be like, especially when there's a lot of people around, Stay.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
yeah.
You guys probably nail that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
I do the same.
People go fucking crazy, and especially like, shout out to Molly McGuire's in Phoenixville for being like our fucking home.
Oh yeah, we love that place.
Every time we're there, pack it out. They're having us do. We've done what did we do? Thanksgiving Eve.
Yeah,
They just choose us for their busiest nights too,
Nice.
because they trust us. They know we can deliver.
Sure.
And every time we do Stay, when you hear the whole crowd, "I'll be fucked up," if you
yeah,
can't
it's
be
great,
right,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
that
It's great.
shit just like
Yeah.
it fuels us.
Yeah.
you like that?
So
I want to guess what they don't have to
I know.
answer, but like I want them to like kind of wink at me. Like I feel like it's like almost on the realm of like something older that they know it's just gonna fucking work, like a Mr.
Yeah.
Brightside, because they overplay it.
Is it-
Perhaps
is it that-
That was
is
it.
No, we
isn't
love it.
Isn't
No,
that
we
the
love
song?
it.
all right.
Dick
We
song.
love Stay.
Not Dick.
It's actually a Michael Jackson song. They just don't want to tell you.
yeah, is that what it is? Okay.
No.
It's
I mean,
rock
I
with
will-
you, isn't it?
I will say there's some wedding band songs that like
Sure.
we know work really well, like "Shut Up and Dance" and
Yeah.
like "Give Me Everything." Like we don't necessarily
So-
want to do those,
Sure.
but like
They're fillers.
This is a
for
good
it.
yeah, but
question.
they do great.
Is there a song that you guys don't want to play that you both?
That's probably it.
That it?
I won't touch Michael Jackson songs just
Okay.
because, like, I feel like I can never do it justice. I could never.
I actually really appreciate that.
Yeah.
But I did hear a band.
He's like, thank you for not doing it.
Thank you. Thank you for not destroying the king. Okay?
Yeah.
But I actually heard this band. I never heard them before. It was down at OD on a Sunday. I think it was like the Royals or some shit. Band. The lead singer didn't look like a guy that could hit those chords like Michael Jackson could. Nailed it. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And it's good when you have a good band too.
Yeah.
They can really lift you up.
I do.
Do.
I do. We don't do it because we don't both know it, and it's a really high song. But for the wedding band, one of my like big selling songs is "Don't Stop Me Now" by
I knew you were
Queen.
gonna say that.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Great
Good one,
fucking
man.
song,
And like,
man.
dude, I rip that shit. But like
Yeah.
after
Nice.
that song, I'm like, give me 5 minutes.
Yeah, right,
That
right.
shit.
My lungs, my
Yeah.
throat.
You choose that to be the last song before your DJ
Yeah.
set.
Yeah.
No,
Vocal cords.
Facts.
we usually end on Mr. Brightside, All the Small Things,
Nice.
and
Love
then
that.
into oh fuck.
Do you guys try to keep it within beats per minute range? For
No, it's all on our band
for
leader.
flow?
It's all on the
No?
band leader. The band leader takes
I think
care
it was
of
talking
the
about
wedding
some-
stuff.
y'all.
with
Yeah,
us.
the wedding stuff.
No,
Oh,
we don't BPM anything with our
Okay.
sets.
No.
Are you going? Are
we
you
just give
stopping
energy.
between songs, or are you flowing right into
Some.
another one?
We
We have
created
medleys.
medleys, yeah,
Nice.
like
I
4
love that.
songs.
We've been saying that a lot.
What?
I have at
Medleys?
least. Yeah, melodies.
Melodies,
Melodies.
Medleys.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Same shit.
We know what you mean.
I love singing, and I want us to do a song. I'm still pushing to this day after 5 years for Dom to fucking do this with me. Let's do a Sublime song. I fucking love Sublime.
Okay.
Please, like What I Got, something we could mesh it with something else. I love Sublime, like, and for a while I was doing for fun like a Sublime tribute band, and I was
nice.
like I was doing the DJing because they have a ton of samples.
Yep.
I was sampling and singing, and
that's
I
sick.
fucking love Sublime. I would just do.
They were another
whatever.
hip hop influence band.
Yes,
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
But
Hey, some
let's do a
awesome
Sublime
t-shirts.
song, dude. Come on, please.
I'm just now thinking like, okay, what's one
What I
song
got?
you
Are
don't
you-
want to do that I can like,
Santeria.
push onto you?
Not Santeria. I don't want to do.
There you go.
Santeria.
Pick that one.
Yeah.
What I got. Let's do What I Got.
Yeah, what I got is a great.
And
song.
then-
Yeah, but
great
now
song.
I get to pick an artist.
We'll rap in West
Absolutely.
Philadelphia,
No, we're
born
not.
and raised.
Oh, yeah, no, we
we'll
can
rap
do
that
that.
in there.
There you
I
go.
think so.
Oh, you guys.
I'm gonna make you do some Michael Jackson now.
Yeah. That'll be the show I come to. I hate to do this because we're running short on time. 9 has a gig to get to.
Yes.
fuck.
yes.
Yeah, did you guys
But-
keep the booth clean over there at Wicked Wolf for me?
We did. Oh yeah,
Thursday
They
night.
played after us.
But what I will say is we're definitely gonna do a part 2 because I feel like we could have talked
Fuck
for another
yeah.
hour.
Dude,
so
I'm so down.
I'm gonna talk to you guys off record and then I don't know how to say it, off tape.
When does this air?
This was supposed to air at 8:00 tonight, but it's gonna air tomorrow at 12.
Okay,
noon.
so since it's going out tomorrow, so we actually are releasing an EP soon. If you don't mind us talking
Yeah.
about
Oh
this
no,
before we head
plug
out.
it.
So
Plug
we're
it.
releasing an EP soon, and we're doing a listening party. at Breed Studios in Philly on August 10th, and that is gonna be at 6:30, and it's like, dude, it's gonna run out quick. So we want to invite you guys first.
Okay, we're there. I'm off. I'm there.
You know, this is our first time talking about this, but we really want to get like a bunch of people out, and
we'll text you about it.
Yeah,
We'll
and
hit you
send me all the info for the description.
Yeah,
because the description will go out on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Okay. And then
Dope.
yeah, just DM us on Instagram at Dom and Jesse, DOMANDJESSE. And then the day after, we're playing at Vinyl.
Oh,
Yes.
dope.
Oh, sick, man.
New venue. Who this?
Yeah, right. I heard it's the old Applebee's, right?
Yes.
Is that where-
Yep,
oh,
it's
it
the
is?
old Applebee's.
Yeah,
off
yeah.
15th,
shit,
off of
that's
15th
right.
and Walnut.
Yeah. Wonder if they still have
Yeah,
the
some
boneless
starters,
wings.
yeah.
maybe.
No,
Nine, do you have 2 minutes, Nine?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 minutes. So, brought gifts.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I thought that would be
yeah.
dope.
Gifts.
I thought that would be dope. So, like,
Yeah.
stalked you guys on Instagram. I'm like, what the fuck? I even like messaged Ray. I was like, what is he like? Like, what is it? So I had to like stalk you guys. So I got this for you.
Oh my god!
So
For people that can't see, this is an Iron Man figurine.
So I collect. I'm like the big nerd of the group, and I collect. I have a literal wall of Funko Pops. I
it's a
fucking
yeah.
love that shit.
Yeah, I know
We'll
someone has
DJ
them
in
too.
front of it.
I'm a huge nerd when it comes to like Star
This
Wars.
John
and stuff.
lights
Yeah.
up. I think.
It's like a fig pin. It's like you can attach it to a backpack or something.
Oh my
It's a pin.
God.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
a
putting this on
giant
my
pin.
bag. I'm putting it on my bag.
Hell yeah, dude.
Thank
and
you, dude.
and I stalked you, and I saw your Halloween costume from 2005.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God.
Oh my god.
It's like your sneaker wall.
yeah,
yeah.
dude. And I was like, dude, I gotta get it for him.
Oh, that's
That's my
what's
first
up.
Got him the kiss. That's your
Yeah,
first
that's
Funko?
Yeah, dude.
Fuck yeah, dude.
We know somebody that collects all these. I don't know
Yeah.
if he has this. Dude, thanks
First
so
one.
much. Are you
Hell yeah,
kidding me?
dude.
We're gonna get another picture
Yeah.
because we need to
Hell
hold
yeah.
up our thing. This is so sick, man.
Oh, you guys crushed it. You
Yeah,
crushed it,
great
bro.
job,
Dude,
man.
yeah.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. I appreciate
Dude.
that. Thank you.
Thank you for having. We appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for getting
Yeah.
us in Wicked
Yeah,
Wolf, man.
and-
Oh,
Thank
man.
you guys so much.
We're gonna
Of
we're gonna
course.
take care of you because I have some things going on my brain here
Thank
for
you,
you
man.
guys
Thank you.
too.
Yeah,
'cause,
we really appreciate it.
but it's a good place to wrap it up. We're all going to do a part 2, and I think
Awesome.
that's what we'll do the live one.
We're
so,
down.
their Instagram is at Dom and Jesse. It'll be the link in the description. Nines is at DJ9. At Talkin with Tonka on Instagram. I don't post as much, but I'm getting better at it. Like this picture will go up tomorrow when the episode airs. I'm DJ Tonka _. Thank you all for tuning in to episode 23 of Talkin with Tonka. See you guys next week.
Peace.
Summer all year, baby.
Hey yo.